man bi wo ho ekro bi wo ho a adwuma nim ema ye mabru a kianiki asembeto so ma da mabi the friend of Arab Spring nyina ate ho asem Arab Spring started with Tunisia. Young boy, I think 23-year-old boy, awako school enya degree I say onye juma. One day in protest on Washington. Can you imagine the level of desperation involved in Nipa? So I bet say we are seeing na basa unni das obia unhu bibia be ama etino o show ho ade akasem a chere amanfo na no buy no e ti say eja or Tunisia because na crofo bebrete so no e bia won e war man mu sa time hu no sa na so na crofo ti so no doso papa a wonyina so say hey we na all kind asamama enti so ne so sie e fi hu shem eno ene fitiase here North Africa this Arab Spring no buy. Ghana today is in crisis. Agriculture, once upon a time the bedrock of our development, is a pale shadow of its former self. Manufacturing is at a very low ebb. Corruption is at its height. Our economy is in tatters. Inflation is high. Taxes are high. Businesses, both big and small, are struggling. And millions of young men and women are out of work. Incompetence is the hallmark of the Mahama government. Government appointments are not based on merit, but on considerations which are not only puzzling, but also bizarre. Our healthcare system is in shambles with the collapse of the National Health Insurance Scheme. The cost of education continues to be a big challenge for too many families. Young people who have toiled to obtain qualifications are having great difficulty in finding jobs. And there are hundreds of thousands of Ghanaian children who are not getting the kind of education that they need to compete in the 21st century. Ghana is in trouble. There is a need for change in the way in which this country is governed. A change that will make way for a competent, honest, hard-working, well-qualified team to take over the affairs of this country and steer it in the direction of prosperity for all. Instead of the current state of affairs, which dwells on prosperity for the friends and family of the people in power. What excites me is that in spite of all the difficulties, the Ghanaian people have hope. They have hope for a brighter future. They have hope because they believe change is coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world of contradictions. These contradictions, however, keep the world going. Let me explain what I mean. Ghana is a small but very dynamic, independent African state. We are trying to reconstruct our economy and to build a new free and equal society. To do this, we must attain control of our own economic and political destinies. Only thus can we create higher living standards for our people and free them from the legacies and hazards of a colonial past and from the encroachments of neo-colonialism.
The economy is going to grow and grow and grow, and we will have jobs and jobs and jobs. This is the economy of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
When there are funerals, people gather places. What we want to do with GTA, Grantor Authority, is that when there are funerals, we would also find tourist attractions in those areas where the funerals occur. So that when they finish, we're going to serve a lot of Ghanaian dishes at the funerals, Ghanaian drinks, sobole and co. And then we can also bus the funeral, those that attend the funerals, to keep, if it's funeral in Ashanti, we bus them to key sectors in Ashanti. Ghanaians love funeral, and it's voluntary. For example, there's a funeral here, we'll make an announcement. There's a bus. You are in Kumasi, we are in Kumasi, that's what I talk about Kumasi. We can go to Bonwere, the Kente is there. People are selling Kente, they sell at Sanders. When you go there, you spend the money. We are busing them free. When we go to that area, from there are restaurants and truck bars. They go and sit down there and eat. They buy water, they buy artifacts. They're enriching the rural economy by providing jobs. That's why you want to say we're encouraging people to take advantage of our funerals, to explore tourist attractions and to deepen our cultural assets, thereby creating jobs for our youth.
Seminuano na wenye ye ewo wenchia. Ekwen bia no meko me free nkran a meko me free ha meko. Nipa no so kwa omudidi omoda. Ebi so kwa ye kura na ombeto bode meto banchi e de akọ. Enti yempo moving people from where their usual abode to another place into a domestic tourism. The minister king na say I was say ye ni eko ho ni etumi hwe ekwen ye befa so promoting ye.
We have realized that Ghanaians love their funerals and all that. So can you imagine people go to Tamale, for example? I say yakoko Tamale, yakoko Tamale. People who call same crowd. It's making sure say oh bus free or no person ko yendi o person ko here sabi we take opportunity no then akwa hwe ba 1 hour 2 hour kwa utima kwa ya akwa ba to ba kra ko ya kwe yiri to me fa so ko paga o ya kwe yiri to me fa so ko ha o that's the concept I per say here almost about say book when to kwa read 1 page pe nti esremu mmamo ho na muntu kwa my the domestic tourism na and
when there are funerals, people gather places. What we want to do with GTA, Grantor Authority, is that when there are funerals, we would also find tourist attractions in those areas where the funerals occur. So that when they finish, we're going to serve a lot of Ghanaian dishes at the funerals, Ghanaian drinks, sobole and co. And then we can also bus the funeral, those that attend the funerals, to keep, if it's funeral in Ashanti.
Salon, I was thinking, make a work a beer or yet more as a work a piano. The Chanica week, I hours. The beneath Power Buntino, who bet my in a Juma a Juma any penny or Juma month, or for 5 million, 6 million, no the amount. Young girl, real school, Juma Lebine, no Ojina, a doom, no Obobesi Baba. Nurses for year school yet me post to Ghana. Nurses for year school our mining yet me post to Ghana. Kamaya yet yen there be yen 2 3 or mining yakokano kurobi so at the slow yayeni tabre or miner yet no and yaman kreke you tine jina pizza te tomade no and yaman fa it buys no and yaman fa mo sa no ma chese kan ko bokro no o de share so fa sama me kan se me bo akasa me bo nyame me dance pragia ba ye bo abo boys na mo ke me from panimfo mo to say mo ma pragia fo ne medum na mo ma pragia fo ne medum mo paduma mo so mo nye aduma ba no ma pa ma yutu ni say yutu ni nye sometimes amaya yetim no se mo so oman no obi a woni freedom so kasa dia and so mo de totima mu fo man no so no
Maria Yababa. Salon, I was thinking, some like a record beer or yet as a record piano. You try a week. I hours. The beneath Power Buntino. Who bet my in a Juma sa a Juma any penny or Juma month for 5 million. 6 million for the amount. Young girl real school Juma could let be no original a doom no or Bobesi Baba. Nurses for real school yet me post to Ghana. Nurses for real school. Our mining yet me post to Ghana. Jamaya yet there be young doom for your mining Yakokano, Kurobiso at the slow Yayani Jabre or mine yetimo and your man click it. You teenage dinner piece at a tomadiano and your man fat. It buys no and your man from Momosa. No matter the can for all the shares of a summer castle and Boacas and the boy, and a dance room. Pragiaba, a boa boys. No came from Penny for to us. Mamma Praga for the medum. Mamma Praga for the medum. My Padma Mamma Somone. I do my bad, my Pama you to listen you to me. Sometimes a Maya Timo, some so minor, or be only freedom so a Casadia. And this woman that took him for minus on Maria Baba. Salon, I was thinking, some.
Good morning, people of Ghana. Reaction by the police is we are disappointed and distressed by the country weaponized law that has weaponized the police force, continue to depress citizens and attack them in their own democracy. This is not a democracy we signed up for. This is not a country we signed up for. And we're calling attention to everybody, all media houses, every individual. Wherever they are taking us, we have no idea. The police have zero right to be able to arrest demonstrators in this democracy. We are calling on to you. We so far have no sense where we are. We are calling on every lawyer who wants to volunteer. We need lawyers, as many lawyers as we can, to descend onto the police headquarters. To descend onto the police headquarters in order to provide legal assistance to every person who has been arrested today. This is not a democracy. For your country, the nation demands your devotion. Let us all unite to uphold it and make it great and strong. We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved in building our motherland. We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved in building our motherland. Praise Ghana youth for your country.
Are we in a tyranny? Are we in a tyranny? Are we in a tyranny? Tyranny of tyrannies. The police do not know anything about the constitution. They are now in service to political parties. Exactly. How much did the Kufado give you?
#Occupy Jilobi House. conveners and protesters have been arrested. Well, the reason for the arrest has not been made, but we understand they've been taken to the regional police headquarters. And that is the information we have. And when they come, when the protesters arrive, then they pick them up. What these people are demanding is simple. They want accountability. They want checks and balances. They want the separation of powers to work in the country. That is what they're asking for. They're asking for basic health care, education, good governance. That is what hashtag Occupy Jolobi House protesters are asking for. But it appears that they've been whisked away, they've been arrested. And so when you come to the 37th station, that's the 37th Total Station, they have been arrested. When the protesters comes, then they whisk them away and they've been sent to the police headquarters. Now you know that there have been series of information. The Occupy Jolobi House conveners spearheaded by Oliver Bakavomawo. He said he has not been served. He and his lawyers have not been served, but there have been a counter accusations or counter statements from the police saying that they have actually been served. So this is the basis why they have been picked up. They said they are not supposed to be here. They have not been given permission according to the police. And that is what they have said. So they have whisked them away, and any protester that comes, they've been whisked away. And
so a woman spoke to me about her son, who is a protester. No, wasn't a protester. He was playing basketball. So you see around the church, was Christ the King, there's a basketball area there. So the boy was supposed to play basketball. And the police in their swoop, as they do with the other crime events, swoop and just carried him along. So he's been here waiting to hear from her son. And she spoke to me. So I get to the gate and I tell the policeman to go in there. And he tells me there's nobody. I said, but you've just taken people in there. You have just taken people in there. So whilst we were standing outside waiting, he says he would not allow us in. At the time, Vanessa was inside, and I was scared for Vanessa because we had sent her out, and the police have guns. They are being hostile to anybody who is in there. So while I was waiting, the police charged us at. We didn't provoke them, nothing. We're just standing. He charged, opened the gates and charged, and picked as many people as they could grab. I want to believe that it's because maybe I'm a woman. That's why they didn't grab me. I had a phone of a gentleman who is still inside. Please give me the phone. I don't know the person's name. He's called George. They said the guy is called George. I was holding his phone while I was talking to him because he was also asking me a question. And they pulled the guy away. He did nothing.
Pulled him even though he's done nothing.
Pulled him. And the policeman, trying to grab him and me, ripped my shirt. Ripped my shirt. So I am standing here half naked. I thank whoever, I don't know who gave me this, but somebody gave me this so I could wrap around my middle because, I am not comfortable. They have stolen other people's phone, police officers. They have stolen, they didn't even take the phone, they stole it from people who are not agitating. So they are in there, wait after 5 minutes, we're just standing outside in front of the police station so that we can bail. I even thought I could act as a surety for people so I could bail people. Because they haven't committed a crime. Now one has stolen money and he's walking free. They just came out in red and black. So if we can even stand and bail people, bail them. That is all we did. Then they charge us and take people in. There's a guy who will come out and say, 1, 2, 3, pick them, take them inside. 1, 2, that is all they do. Not that people are fighting police.
The Accra-based civil society group organizing the protest, Democracy Hub, had earlier notified the Ghana Police Service of their planned demonstration on Nkrumah Memorial Day to call on the president and members of the economic management team to fix the country in light of the level of economic mismanagement and theft that has engulfed the MPP government from the highest levels. The protesters, who showed up at around 6 a.m. on Thursday, converged within the 37 Hospital and Jubilee House vicinity of the Jubilee House to start the protest, but were in a rather shocking twist of events arrested by the police due to an injunction on the intended protest.
Why did they pick them?
The protesters insist they won't be intimidated despite threat of arrests by the police.
on pill, one na pound for a bebaso. If you say, was say or mine, no. Madame, you better be saying, Nipado and the intimidating plans at our corona, the action. And the port, near you more than my port, port, go ahead, why was say or minor, one or minor pro attitude. Ain't he one when him say, I'm a winning koyi. But on no quane pencil and a yen cassa. Unya cassa, o be a you money paymaster, o ye o cassa near cho, o yet say near cho, we say near cho. As a man, when ya getting to 80 years, dear, and you can say, yes, sir. I was so the youth to because all the park when you know, and yes, I only will catch the Ghana for. When the Ghana for and can say, what you say? It's dainty our bar, one more or minor, I want to what more or minor pro at the Japan Sam. Now, Okokan, Yama own can, Okokan, ya can't casabuashe. Or minor, and yen pipi dia, and yen pipi for dia, and or minor, and your kufuado, and the Gabi watch the Dakon, and a Santi Bedia too, and your Mudia, and yen my a Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah Ghana, in idea.
We can't say anything to the police, all right, because you know these police, they are like Betway, okay, over 1.5. I know definitely they are not going to allow them, okay, especially Oliver Bakavomao. But me, I am stating to them categorically that this is not stopping our demonstration. Tonight we are going to have a press conference, and tomorrow we start the demonstration. We have batches of people they have to arrest, so that's why I said they should increase their number of cells.
A month ago, or more than a month ago, if you had a problem with the Jubilee House, you could have gone to the court to get an injunction. We could have contested the injunction, gotten a ruling, all before the demonstration did. You cannot wait till the day before the demonstration and file. And this is an abuse of process. Like it is clearly an abuse of the process of the courts. In no other, like I cannot give you any case where these set of facts would happen and the court will allow it to fly. So it shouldn't be allowed to fly simply because it's the government. You understand? This is an abuse of the process of the court.
Well, we haven't heard from anyone who has been arrested, because one of the things they do after they arrest people, is taking their phone. So, and if you can't name someone who's been arrested, then you can't even go inside to claim them. So we just saw some of our friends being dragged in. Since I got here about an hour ago, I have seen at least 5 people being forcefully dragged into the Accra Regional Police Headquarters building. We are trying to find out what the reason for dragging these people into the building is. They haven't given us any excuse. It has been met with shouts and threats of violence. In fact, we've even peeked through the building to see some people being physically assaulted. We are still waiting for the police to tell us why these people have been arrested and why they are being assaulted.
It is still unclear when the over 49 innocent protesters will be released.
Why they laugh?
Nobody, I mean, they inside.
Then don't go if you don't get one.
Nothing, I'm saying order from above.
Baby, I will take
Only thing.
We will be above. Yami. It is God or what? Who be the above? This is what. Why they laugh?
Nobody, I mean, they inside.
Then don't go if you don't get one.
Nothing, I'm saying order from above.
Baby, I will take
Only thing.
We will be above. Yami. It is God or what? Who be the above? This is what's happening in Ghana today. Why they laugh?
Maybe I mean they inside.
Then double if you no get yawa.
Nothing. I'm say order from above.
Baby, I will take
Only thing.
We will be the above. Yami. It is God or what? Who be the above? This is what's happening in Ghana today. Why they laugh?
Maybe I mean they inside.
Then double if you no get yawa.
Nothing. I'm say order from above.
Baby, I will take
Only thing.
We will be the above. Yami. It is God or what? Who be the above? This is what's happening in Ghana today. What?
Money they stand here, they just come inside. And they are beating him. 10 policemen beating one man. And so he's brutalizing them.
Nonsense.
So what is no.
Yo, my God, where'd you?
The Accra-based civil society group organizing the protest, Democracy Hub, had earlier notified the Ghana Police Service of their planned demonstration on Nkrumah Memorial Day to call on the president and members of the economic management team to fix the country in light of the level of economic mismanagement and theft that has engulfed the MPP government from the highest levels. The protesters, who showed up at around 6 a.m. on Thursday, converged within the 37 Hospital and Jubilee House vicinity of the Jubilee House to start the protest, but were, in a rather shocking twist of events, arrested by the police due to an injunction on the intended protest.
What are you doing? Tell me. Please tell me. You started search. You come from nowhere and then you say that you want somebody. For what? For what? For what?
Why did they pick them?
For no reason.
The protesters insist they won't be intimidated despite threat of arrests by the police.
If you say, what say or mine, Madame, you say, Nipado doesn't intimidating plans at our corona, the action. And the port, we had you more my port, port, go ahead, why was say or minor, one or minor pro attitude, ain't it one when him say, I'm a winning coye. But on no quane pencil and a yen cassa, unya cassa, or be a you money paymaster, or ye o cassa near cho, or yet say near cho, we say near cho. As a man, when you're getting to 80 years, dear, and you can say, yes, sir. I was so here the youth because all the park when you know, and yes, I only will catch the Ghana for. When the Ghana for and can say what you say. It's didn't tell what bar, one ma or mine, I was it what more or minor pro at the Japan Sam. Now Okokan, Yamaunka, Okokan, Yakao Casabuashe, or mine, and yen pipidia. And young people for there, and on mine, and your Kufuado, and Gabi watch the Dakon, and Asanti Bedia too, and your Mudia, a young Nama, a Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah Ghana, a idea.
We can't say anything to the police, all right, because you know these police, they are like Betway, okay, over 1.5. I know definitely they are not going to allow them, okay, especially Oliver Bakavomao. But me, I am stating to them categorically that this is not stopping our demonstration. Tonight we are going to have a press conference, and tomorrow we start the demonstration. We have batches of people they have to arrest, so that's why I said they should increase their number of cells.
A month ago, or more than a month ago, if you had a problem with the Jubilee House, you could have gone to the court to get an injunction. We could have contested the injunction, gotten a ruling, all before the demonstration did. You cannot wait till the day before the demonstration and file. And this is an abuse of process. Like it is clearly an abuse of the process of the courts. In no other, like, I cannot give you any case where these set of facts would happen and the court will allow it to fly. So it shouldn't be allowed to fly simply because it's the government. You understand? This is an abuse of the process of the court.
Well, we haven't heard from anyone who has been arrested, because one of the things they do after they arrest people, is taking their phone. So, and if you can't name someone who's been arrested, then you can't even go inside to claim them. So we just saw some of our friends being dragged in. Since I got here about an hour ago, I have seen at least 5 people being forcefully dragged into the Accra Regional Police Headquarters building. We are trying to find out what the reason for dragging these people into the building is. They haven't given us any excuse. It has been met with shouts and threats of violence. In fact, we've even peeked through the building to see some people being physically assaulted. We are still waiting for the police to tell us why these people have been arrested and why they are being assaulted.
It is still unclear when the over 49 innocent protesters will be released.
So wahwe wiase abako ho asema wonim se man bi wo ho ekro bi wo ho a adwuma nim ema ye mabru a kaniki asembeto so man da mabi the friend of Arab Spring yenyina ate ho asem Arab Spring started with Tunisia. Young boy, I think 23-year-old boy, awako school enya degree I say onye juma. One day in protest on Washington. Can you imagine the level of desperation involved in Nipa? So I bet say we are seeing na ya basa unhu ni daso bia unhu bibia be ama etino o show ho ade akasem ache omanfo na no buy no e ti say eja or Tunisia, because na crofo bebre te so no e bia won e wo mamu sa time hu ni sa enso na crofo ti so no doso papa a wonyina so say hey we na all kind asamama e ntia so ne so sie e fi hu shem eno ene fitia sie ya ma North Africa this Arab Spring no buy.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our joy, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame.
If you reach a certain stage in life and there is nobody who who can look you in the eye and tell you the truth, you are doomed. And that is where our country has gotten to. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. And I feel very terrible as a Ghanaian at this time. This country is in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in serious trouble. We need to rescue this country, ladies and gentlemen. The presidency has been so depraved, so muddied, so dirtied, that I tell you in all sincerity as a Ghanaian, that I feel terribly sad today as a Ghanaian. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi, inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country.
Government is broke, government is broke. The people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
Right, hello, good morning and welcome to the show. This is Morning Ghana Live on Metro TV. It's a Friday, the 22nd day of September 2023. By His grace, we're live. And we're here at another edition of the show. Our gratitude to go to Most High God for the rare privilege of being alive and, of course, the opportunity of having another conversation around the top stories making the rounds here in our dear Republic. I'll let you into our panel for the morning's conversation shortly, but let's take a look at the front page of our newspapers. Daily Graphic. Graphic digitalizes archives. 70 years and national records documented. Reform UN Security Council. President Akufo-Addo. Every eligible voter will be captured. EC Chair assures. Prioritize national interest. Dr. Abu Sakara. Ghanaian Times. Let's reform UN Security Council to conform to current global trends. President urges world leaders. Occupy Jubilee House protest. Police clash with protesters. 49 arrested. Reflect on development agenda of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, CPP. Take communications agenda setting seriously. Cabinet to MDAs. Daily Guide. I have no beef with Baumia, Kenya, Japan. 49 illegal protesters grabbed. NPP welcomes Adjo Asafo's apology. Electoral consideration won't compromise development goals. Finance Minister. New Weekend Crusading Guide. Akufo-Addo demands compensation for slave trade as AU sanctioned global confab on reparations slated for November in Accra. Cabinet charges MDAs prioritize agenda setting in government communications. Youth at risk of illicit trade of tobacco. Minister cautions. Occupy Julobi House demo. Please arrest 49 protesters. Sami Jefi describes it as shameful and backward. Elembele DCE accuses MP of engaging in cheap politics as Kwesi Bonzu Bua trade words over road construction. Fortin Assay Lab will ensure accurate valuation of minerals. Duka. The Insight. Victim of police brutality dying as police administration delays compensation payment. As ECOWAS threat of war looms, Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger form alliance of Sahel states to advance collective defense. Nomasua residents suffering. Cry over death trap school building. Ablakwa releases another bombshell on Bank of Ghana. Cites over 711 million Ghana cedis hidden expenditure. Daily Post. Minority uncovers another dubious attempt by MPP government to borrow $431.5 million. Bank of Ghana caught, in quote, hiding over 711 million cedis expenditure on remodeling of offices and guest house at Ablakwa. That's according to Ablakwa. They spent what? 37 million building a guest house in Tamale. $37 million. I see. Occupy Julobi House. Arrest of protesters is shameful and backward. Sami Jemfi. Dome level supports removal of Finance Minister and Bank of Ghana Governor. COP Alex Mensah confirms NPP membership amid perjury consents. The Finder. Europe. Allies must repay sacrifices Africans made at Second World War. President Akufo-Addo. Cabinet tasked MDAs to be at forefront of public discourse. Africa's inclusion in G20 will speed up progress. Afriata. Please arrest 49 suspects for unlawful assembly. Danquisita. NPP flag bearership showdown. Ken gets Lutish, makes Baumia his prey. OSP nails Cecilia Yaode Dapa feather. Dr. Prempe makes strong case for achieving net zero at 24th WPC in Canada. Sami Jemfi angry over demonstrators' arrest. The Daily Statesman. Reform and just UN Security Council now. President Kufuor charges world leaders. GES cautions against illegal fees in schools. MDS directed to set agenda in government communication. First Lady, gender inequality threat to humanity. The Informer. Kufuor exposes UN's hypocrisy, calls for reforms of Security Council, pushes for slave trade reparation and return of illicit financial outflows. Guta bears teeth at GRA. Stop attacks on state institutions. Dr. SKB Asante tells politicians. Petition regarding Director of Elections and IT. NDC activist schools Sam George reminds him of his limit. Achieving net zero target. Africa mustn't starve amidst resources. NAPO declares at WPC. Commentary. Kudos to NDC for stopping Julius Debre's nauseating lobbying rubbish. The Ghanaian Observer. Cabinet stalks MDAs to take government communication strategy serious. Limited voters registration. Please arrest illegal registrants. Gunmen kill traders and injure others in highway ambush at Pusiga. Akufo-Addo raps world leaders, calls for reforms of unjust and unfair UN Security Council. Trade Minister Lord's success of 1D1F initiative cites B5 Plus as iconic and worthy testament. And finally, the good old Catholic standard. Upgrade your teaching methods. Catechist told. Patients are major stakeholders in health delivery. Dr. Kuma Buaji. Seminarians caution against excessive use of social media. Fix challenges on the African continent to avert coups. That's Otun for Saitutu. An editorial, Year of Road slogan, an elusive and sad promise. And that's about it. For the front pages, we'll be back shortly.
Ready for something refreshing and great tasting for your kids' enjoyment?
Angel Cola.
For your graduation enjoyment?
Angel Cola.
Beach hangout?
Angel Cola.
For all your refreshing moments?
Angel Cola.
For your parties, get-togethers, events, and celebrations, enjoy a chilled bottle of Angel Cola.
Radio Grandma, today is your day. Over to you.
Thank you.
Enjoyment Cola.
Angel Cola.
The Enjoyment Cola. Enjoy all your moments and fun time with Angel Cola. This advert is FDA approved.
Inside Black Star Press Limited. Grow inside the invective minds, evolving concepts, and the creative trends. The printing press you need now. Witness the beauty, diversity, and natural wonder with our works. inside Black Star Press Limited in association with Lionhead Group of Companies. Call us now on 0200-880-000 for all your print works. Black Star Press Limited, a worldwide reputation for quality printing.
Betway is your gateway to a theme park full of gaming excitement. A whirlpool of wonder where your favorite games come to life. Where you can take to the skies with max payouts that reach into the millions. All in the palm of your hand. Visit betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. Betway is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Bet responsibly. Betway. Bet your way.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor, they say. But as humans, aging and physical infirmity stands our way of enjoying our mansions and homes. It often becomes challenging, if not impossible, to use our stairways day in, day out. With portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators, PVs, you are assured of unlimited enjoyment of your mansions and homes. It's a self-supported elevator for vertical movement of humans and goods at homes and offices. The original comes in 3 custom-made models with wheelchair accessibility. Call it luxury, but it's a necessary imperative for vertical mobility. Do not let aging or infirmity limit you. Get one for your easy vertical mobility at home. It's affordable and can be installed in just 3 days without modification to your existing building. It's however easier to incorporate it at the construction stage. We also have traditional Fuji elevators and escalators for your high-rise buildings and malls. Visit Lifts and Elevators Company Limited at Sakumono for your elevators nationwide. For free consultation to call or WhatsApp us on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators, the elevator people.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ampedu.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sari.
How is business doing?
My business is collapsing.
Why is your business collapsing?
I sold my products and services to my clients on credit, and my debtors are not paying their debt.
Have you heard of Rosic Consult Limited, a debt recovery company operating in all the 16 regions of Ghana?
Not at all.
Mr. Ampedu, all you need to do is to contact them on their customer service line. I recommend Rosic Consult Limited, a debt recovery company to financial institutions, businessmen and businesswomen, other companies, and also individuals. Rosic Consult has 98.4% debt recovery rate. We have professional debt recovery managers. You are assured of swift debt recovery. No recovery, no commission. For Rosic Consult Limited, no more write-offs. And we pre-finance the recovery ourselves.
Mommy.
Michelle say, fe.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Chocolate Toothpaste. Healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Chocolate Toothpaste. Sankofa.
Yenchi. Kel Chocolate Toothpaste.
Happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
John, and this is my long-time crush, my cookie dipped in strawberry yogurt. On this scorching hot afternoon on our way back from a long job hunt, we met this good Samaritan who offered us
6 weeks later.
A special wedding reception for our bride and groom.
And there she is, my cookie, dipped in someone else's yogurt.
Who holds the moolah, calls the shots, play game by games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Big phone numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times daily to become one of our daily lucky winners. Dial *946# to play now, or you can also play online at www.gamepackgames.com. Game Park is regulated by the National Lottery Authority.
My son, there's more blessing in giving than receiving. When you fear for you and cover the makers in Sran.
The pneumatological aberration of the Lord revealed unto me this night, that me and my household should go out into the world and bless the world.
Makers Electronics Company Limited, up to 67% discount. Our selected appliances.
This is what I call quintessential immaculatability.
The Makers Electronics Company Limited. Taifa Burkina Highway. Amasama Zongo Junction. At the K Pharmacy Dining. Oyer Fateman Boga Junction. Ashaman Valco Flat. Kumasi. Ahinema Kokobin. Asafubuachi Hospital Junction. Number 9 Market.
Tell mom and dad about the Makers Blessing Attack program.
From 0552 222 253 and 0552 222 254. Terms and conditions apply.
Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. With me on the show this morning, I have Nana Akomi, who's the Managing Director of STC. Nana, good morning.
Morning, Ram.
Right. Also with me on the show this morning is my former Member of Parliament for the Tamale Central Constituency, the Honorable Inusa Fuseni. Today I've taken out the
stuff.
Yes.
Doctor.
Yes, good morning. All right, we'll get into business shortly, but let me just inform you that MTN is bringing you the Momo season. And just imagine getting rewarded for something that you do every single day. You send Momo every single day. But hey, MTN, in recognition of all you do as far as Momo is concerned, is bringing the Momo season. And there's something for everyone. Download the Momo app on Play Store, App Store, and use Momo Pay for your day-to-day transactions to a merchant, either through the QR code or merchant ID, and stand a chance of winning 1,000 Ghana cedis and other amazing prizes weekly. Our merchants are also not left out of the reward. Receive payments and win. Keep using your Momo Pay on the Momo app and get rewarded. There are lots and lots of exciting prizes for everyone. So what are we doing today? Transact more with Momo Pay and more points and win big this Momo season. Visit Momo Merchant application.mtn.com.gh for your Momo for Business account today. It's Momo season, so just Momo it with Momo Pay. Terms and conditions apply. And enjoying the fruits of your labor is as important as enjoying the mansions of your labor. The pains of climbing the stairs when not exercising could be challenging for all ages, but worry no more. Lifts and elevators have got you covered with the best portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators on the market today. It's a simple, self-supported elevator for both homes and offices. And guess what? It can lift your goods too. Wheelchairs can fit in, and they come in 3 custom-made models. It's affordable and can be installed within 3 days. Visit Lifts and Elevators at Sakumon or just call them on 0200-535-515, 0200-535-515, or send a mail to elevatorsgh@gmail.com for consultations and the best solution in easy vertical movement. So if you're thinking about securing your future with higher education, why don't you do it with the Accra Business School? Boost your career with the prestigious MSc degrees from KNUST. You can choose from Human Resource Management, Communication and International Marketing, International Relations, Public Affairs, or IT Management. In just 12 months, the MBA can be yours. Dive into the BSc programs in IT Security and Cybercrime, IT Management and Business Management, endorsed by top universities in Ireland and Wales. They offer flexible entry payments and learning options convenient to you. It's time to unlock your potential and take position. Visit www.abs.edu.gh or call the Accra Business School on 0263 888 555 or 0263 888 666. Or you can visit the campus at the Spintex Road, Christ Square. Let Accra Business School elevate your future today. And the Ghana Energy Awards is here again, and it's the 7th edition. This year's theme is Ghana's Energy Transition Framework, Sector Institutions as Building Blocks for the 2030 to 2040 target. Now, this is the best part. You can nominate yourself, someone, or even an institution for these categories: Visionary Leadership Award, CEO of the Year, Energy Investment Impact Award, Energy Institution of the Year, the Energy Signature Award, Energy Company of the Year, Energy Think Tank of the Year, Rising Star, Energy Reporter of the Year, and many more. Visit www.GhanaEnergyAwards.com for more information and call 055-9300-631 for sponsorship. The Ghana Energy Awards is endorsed by World Energy Council, Ghana, and the Ministry of Energy. It's validated by Mazars Ghana. Ghana Energy Awards, 7 years of redefining excellence. And of course, I need to tell you this about the kids and brushing. So brushing your kids' teeth sometimes becomes difficult due to resistance because of the taste of the toothpaste available to them. Use Kale Kids toothpaste flavored with strawberry. That gives a perfect taste for kids and makes them develop a personal attitude and love of brushing their teeth always. Kale Kids toothpaste protects child's gum, prevents cavity, and makes their teeth strong and healthy with freshness all day. Kale Kids toothpaste is recommended for children between the ages of 2 and 6 and is a product from Samara Company Limited, producers of Sasso, and is approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. Kale Kids, happy smile. All right. So yesterday, a number of the news portals carried a story attributed to the chairman of a parliamentary the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament, and it had to do with Zoom Lion Ghana Limited. And there is a press statement from the company. I'll just read that because we read those front pages as well. Now it says Zoom Lion responds to PAC chairman's comments. It says the management of Zoom Lion Ghana Limited finds it quite regrettable the publications in the media on comments attributed to the Honorable James Kluche Aveji, Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament, on Wednesday, 20th September 2023, cautioning Metropolitan, Municipal and District Assemblies against renewing contracts with Zoom Lion. The company finds it unfortunate that such a directive will be given regarding affirmation contracts with MMDAs, whereas the two parties have not been brought together to discuss any contractual issues. It is crucial to highlight that Zoom Lion Ghana Limited operates with the utmost integrity and professionalism, and we have consistently upheld our contractual obligations with the MMDAs. The publication suggested that Parliament has sanctioned the non-renewal of our waste management contracts. The company is, however, unaware of any such indication from the Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, or any of the other contracting parties, namely the MMDCs. Moreover, Parliament is not party to the subsisting contract. Zoom Lion on 8th of June 2022 actively participated in a PAC hearing to address questions and provide comprehensive explanations with evidence regarding the issues raised in Auditor General's report. During this hearing, the company presented substantial evidence to demonstrate our commitment to fulfilling our contractual obligations to the MMDAs. Following the PAC hearing, there has been no adverse report or further queries from the PAC suggesting any irregularities with Zoom Lion's performance. This, to us, indicates that the PAC was satisfied with the explanations and evidence we provided during the hearing. It's therefore surprising to us hearing such damaging reportage from the chair of the PAC. We firmly believe that it is in the best interest of and fairness to all parties involved to engage in open and constructive dialogue rather than resorting to actions and pronouncements that may tarnish the image of the company. Over the years, Zoom Lion has consistently delivered world-class waste management services to various MMDAs, resulting in a significant reduction in sanitation-related health issues across the country. We remain committed to upholding the highest standards of service delivery and compliance with all contractual obligations. we are open to continued collaboration and dialogue with the relevant authorities to address any concerns and ensure the continued provision of exceptional waste management services. Zoom Lion Ghana Limited continues to pursue its transformational agenda of establishing state-of-the-art waste recycling plants, wastewater treatment plants, and medical waste treatment plants, among others, across the 16 regions of Ghana to modernize waste management in Ghana, and will not be distracted by such publications. Zoom Lion is also set in digitizing payment for waste collection with the launch of its Change Your Baller style e-payment system to make payment for waste collection in Ghana a seamless and easy thing to do. Zoom Lion Ghana Limited remains a responsible corporate entity that works ethically with integrity to promote environmental sanitation across the country. We therefore find such publication a deliberate attempt to dent the hard-earned reputation of the company, both in Ghana and at a global level. The management of Zoom Lion Ghana Limited wishes to reassure its stakeholders and the general public that it has done no wrong and calls on the media to be decorous in their reportage of such national reports against the company, which has been at the forefront of driving sustainable waste management in Ghana and beyond. So this is the press statement from Zoom Lion responding to the comments by the Public Accounts Committee chair. Okay, well, we'll leave it at that. When I saw it, my first remark was do the committees and the chairs are they able to make such a pronouncement? I mean, directing people to, you know, directing companies to terminate contracts and all that. I thought that it was a rather unfortunate and far-reaching, but well, we'll see. The company has spoken, and I'm sure that we'll take it from there. Right, gentlemen, Nana. So we're back from the holiday. Huh? Okay. So yesterday, I realized that you made a post about holidays. Something that irks me. Something that is sickening. I mean, yesterday is a holiday. Today is a working day. Very disruptive and all that. It's something that we keep speaking about for the last 20 years. I'm tired of speaking about it, but I saw your post yesterday on Facebook also raising the same issue. I mean, sometimes you start the week on a Monday, it's a working day. Then the Tuesday is a holiday. And then you get back to work on a Wednesday. Or like what happened yesterday, Thursday is a holiday. And then Friday, you go to work or kids go to school and all that. Elsewhere, they found ways of doing it differently. The day can be observed, but the holiday is pushed either to the end of the working week or the beginning of the working week. But it appears that as for us, same Kojo, we just can't be bothered.
Yes, Randy, let me wish you and my brother here a good Friday morning. And our audience, yesterday I was quite upset about the holiday, basically because of the day that it fell, Thursday, middle of the week. And yes, we've talked about this so many times. And it's difficult to understand why no action has been taken about it. I mean, you said that you've been talking about this for 20 years. It means over at least 2 or 3 governments. And nothing has been done about it. I had suggested strongly in my post yesterday. I was so upset that I put it on Facebook. I suggested that now that we have members of parliament sponsoring bills, what we call the private members bill, it would be good for 2 members of parliament. It's Samuel Kujeto is not here, but if say Samuel Kujeto and another person from the NPP side, 2 members, sponsor a bill like this. Not controversial at all. Just take all the existing holidays as we have them on our books and try and rationalize them. Those that can be shifted to the weekend will then be done. Those that cannot be shifted There may be some like the Muslim holidays and so on, where the dates are not set. The dates come maybe a week or so before, so you can't. But the ones that where the dates are fixed, including even our Independence Day, which is 6 March. So you set it in the week of the date. So let's say 6 March is the first week of March. So you put it either the first Friday or the first Monday of March. So it is in that week, whichever comes first. If the Friday comes first, you do it on the first Friday. If the Monday comes first before Friday, you put it on the first Monday. So that it will be a 3-day observation. It will not interrupt the working week. And it will enhance the celebration, because then we would have 3 days to discuss whether it's Independence or whether it's Founders Day or Kwame Nkrumah's Day. We have 3 days to discuss the significance. As it is, Nkrumah's Day was yesterday, Thursday. Today is gone, and it affects productivity, because many people what they would do is they would take the Friday as a leave day and just go off. So we've talked about this. You have been a champion of it. I think it's time something is done about it. This is not government matter. 2 MPs from Parliament.
You can commemorate the day if it's that important without a holiday.
Yeah.
And push, like you're saying, push the holiday.
But you see, when you do it in the week, it's close to the day.
Yes.
So if it's the date that you want people to remember, people still remember the date. So if it's Kwame Nkrumah's memorial is 21st, today is 22nd.
Yes.
So assuming it starts from today, it's so close to the date that the date too will not be lost.
Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Weekend.
Yes, so it's Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Weekend, or Founders Day weekend, or Independence weekend. And so you have 3 days, and it doesn't then worry productivity, and people can plan some more activities and so on. We've talked about this. I think we should lobby 1 or 2 members of Parliament to introduce this as a private member's bill and try and rationalize many of the countries that are moving. That's how they have it. In England, every holiday is on a Monday, and they call it bank holiday.
Bank holiday, yeah.
But the comment about the Zoom Lion thing that you and in the statement, there's, if I heard you correctly, you are saying that there hasn't been any stakeholder engagement before the member of Parliament issued the statement. But the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee is a very powerful position.
Yeah.
And obviously he's echoing the sentiments of members of the committee. And so, but Zoom Lion believes that there has to be some engagement before.
They said they went before the committee, they provided all documentation. The committee has not come back to them with any adverse issues. They've not raised anything with them.
Yeah.
So it came as a surprise, especially with the directive.
Okay. Now, beyond this statement, that because Zoom Lion is calling for, is regretting that there hasn't been any further engagement, I believe that Zoom Lion itself should be doing some engagements with the public about the way it conducts its sanitation business, because it looks like it's the biggest organization that has been entrusted with keeping our cities clean, and we know that our cities are not clean. Even our major roads that have been asphalted and so on, you would find out that dust is swallowing them up. See, when the roads are wide enough and the cars are using just maybe 6-7 meters, the rest of the road is just dust. A typical example is the road in front of my house, the Teshi Link. Many parts of the Teshi Link is just dust, 2 inches thick, 3 inches thick by the side. You have about 1 meter to the curb. It's just dust. And then there is the portion that joins the Spintex Road, the Manet The real name is Teshi Link, but it's been called Manette Junction.
Where the traffic light is?
No, there's no traffic light, but where the Manette, the Teshi Link joins the Spintex Road.
Okay.
Where there's this new China Mall and all of that, there's a parallel road. About 100 meters. It's quite a commercial area because there's a lot of human traffic. The dust, Randy. This is a new road, asphalt. The sun. No, the dust that normally gathers, that got from wind. Okay. The point is that it has never been swept.
Oh.
So it keeps adding on, and when it rains, then it turns that whole portion into mud.
Yeah,
But I'm saying all of us are unsatisfied with the state of sanitation in our cities, and we all know that Zoom Lions got the major contracts, so they themselves should engage as to why the situation persists. Because if anybody sees this level of debt in our cities, the first thing that comes into their mind is that we have all these contracts with Zoom Lions. So that I thought,
all right, okay. How are you?
Actually, let me say good morning to my brother Randy and to my friend. I'm always appreciative of the coffee he gave me in his office so many years ago as Minister for Labor and what? Manpower,
please come back and I will do some more.
But you are no longer there. Maybe I'll have to meet you at the...
I still have an office.
Yeah, but if you say, why do we have a lot of filth on our roads? You actually need to be asking, what has happened to the president's pledge to make Accra the cleanest city in Africa? That's what you should be asking. What informed that pledge or promise? What were the institutional mechanisms he deployed to achieve that pledge? Is it a catastrophic failure on the part of the president in making the Accra the cleanest city? In fact, I also live in Accra, even though I hail from Tamale. My area is in the bush, so I don't experience a lot of debt. But he is on the Spintex Road. Yes, a long time ago.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, I'm on the mountains, on the Kwabenya Mountains.
Okay.
Now, but
there are mountains in Kwabenya.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't know?
The road to Brekusu.
The hills.
Oh!
The hills.
Yeah.
So you say...
Nice area.
Very nice. Very nice area. So you see, it's important that when we elect governments into office and the governments make policy statements, any time that we are confronted with issues like this, we remind them of their statements that they made. That's one leg of holding them accountable and reminding them of what they told us. I have a little difficulty with what the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee said. You see, what they were doing actually, as a Public Accounts Committee, is a legislative function. It's exercising an oversight function over the executive. What Zulayo is doing is an executive function. Okay, is having approved of monies for the executive to work. The executive thinks the best way to use the money is to contract out sanitation to a private individual. If you have issues with the way the monies that you have approved are being used and you have reasons to believe that they don't give you value for money, you don't talk to the contractor or direct the district assemblies, which you have no capacity to direct because you are not the minister and they are not under your jurisdiction. You send a message to the minister for local government and rural development to come explain to you the circumstances under which contracts are given to Zumlayo, but not to direct the LLDAs not to. In any case, who says that the LLDAs are those who are entering into the contracts? It's not the Ministry of Local Government that enters into the contract for and behalf of the MMDAs. So I have a little problem. I thought that my good friend Aveju had gone overboard. It could be a manifestation of the overall view and perception of the members of the committee, but that has to be channeled properly. Because when we talk about separation of powers, we actually mean.
Because according to the company, two paragraphs from it, it says Zoomlion on 8th June 2022 actively participated in a PAC hearing to address questions and provide comprehensive explanations with evidence regarding the issues raised in Auditor General's report. During this hearing, the company presented substantial evidence to demonstrate our commitment to fulfilling our contractual obligations to MMDAs. Following the PAC hearing, there's been no adverse report or further queries from the PAC suggesting any irregularities with Zoomlion's performance. This to us indicates that the PAC was satisfied with the explanations and evidence we provided during the hearing. It's therefore surprising to us hearing such damaging reportage from the chair of the PAC. I say we firmly believe that it is in the best interest of and fairness to all parties involved to engage in open and constructive dialogue rather than resorting to actions and pronouncements that may tarnish the image of the company.
The damage to the reputational integrity of the company. I mean, to say that they should not renew contracts, it suggests that the Zoomlion is engaged in some illegality or a fishy matter. I mean, I think that they will have a way of correcting the misinformation that has come out. For the holidays,
yes.
I mean, and you haven't forgotten that the first major activity of the MPP government was to sponsor an amendment to the Holidays Act of Ghana. You remember?
Yes.
Where they downgraded some holidays to commemorative days and reduced the number of holidays. I mean, this debate and argument have been made before. And we were particularly surprised that Nkrumah Day, the Nkrumah's birthday, had been downgraded to commemorative day, and then 24th August was then said to be the Founders' Day, declared a holiday.
4th August.
4th August. Now, so we enjoy 4th August. Now, because we failed, refused, or neglected to change or amend Section 2 of the Public Holidays Act, which gives the President the power to, by executive instrument and in the public interest, declare these holidays. So days he had said we were going to commemorate and not enjoy as holidays, the President has now gone back. He's declared all those days as holidays. So when you talk of private members' bill, it is actually, there's no lacuna. The lacuna is to tell the President, look, Mr. President, I thought you made a commitment to us that the holidays that we had in Ghana were just simply too much, and that we were going to scale down on those holidays. I remember Isam Kuma wrote a lengthy piece after the President had brought the amendment to Parliament. He had difficulty before the proposed amendment of the celebration of holidays. And one particular day that he clearly did not understand was the 25th of March, the African Day. May.
AU Day.
AU Day. He simply did not understand that there were some countries in Africa who were not celebrating the days as holidays, and we Ghanaians were
celebrating. It's no longer a holiday.
Yeah, but the President by Section 2 can decide in the public interest to declare it a holiday.
Yeah, but he hasn't done
He has not done that, but he has done others, like yesterday.
But yesterday is a holiday.
No, it was a commemorative day.
No, it is. It is a holiday. The Nkrumah Memorial Day is a holiday.
It's a holiday.
It's the 1st July that was made commemorative.
Oh, you are sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Okay, so we'll check.
1st July was made commemorative.
So
Nkrumah Memorial Day is a holiday.
It's a holiday, and then the 4th of August too.
Holiday.
Yes. So he actually added into the holiday.
We did January 7 holiday and July 1 commemorative.
July 1 commemorative. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
When the President can decide that well.
Yeah.
So that is I'll check it, but what I know is that he downgraded 21st September. He downgraded it, and so there is a need. I mean, to regularize the holidays. I mean, and only deal with holidays which are really important for us as a nation, which speak to our history, which everybody can relate to.
So you are dealing with two issues here. One, you're looking at the number of holidays, and two, when to fix the holidays.
Okay. Okay, the number definitely, even in countries that are way ahead of us in terms of GDP and welfare, do not have the number.
Maybe they do not have the kind of history that we have.
They do. Which nation? Every nation has history that you can relate to.
If I were to ask you,
yes,
to name which holidays should be struck out,
removed,
which one?
What comes to mind is 4th August. Immediately.
Okay. Then after that,
immediately.
After that?
After that, the AU Day.
The AU Day is not a holiday.
Yeah, I mean, so
it's just a commemorative day.
It ought not have been declared a holiday.
Yeah. It's just
and I think that Nkrumah's Day, and then the 1st July.
1st July, yes.
1st July should be a holiday. You know why?
Yes.
It has historical significance for us.
Yes.
Why? Because when we became independent in 1957, we were still under the yoke of the British government.
True.
The Queen was the head of state of Ghana.
Yes.
Certain portfolios within government were reserved for the Queen to fill.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
As an independent Ghana.
Yes.
So you can argue that we were not totally independent.
Until we became a republic.
Until we became a republic. Okay. We're People's Republic. Yeah. And so you don't commemorate that republic. That is when you attain full independence.
So the point you make is that despite the fact that the Fourth Republic can be described as the most enduring,
yes,
it cannot substitute for when Ghana became a republic and truly and fully independent. That's the point you're making.
Doctor, again, you have buttressed the point in ways that I didn't put it. Yeah. But again, it is because we have a first republic. That is why we have a fourth republic.
True. True.
You understand?
True.
And you are celebrating a fourth republic as a Constitution Day
because it's been the most
enduring. Yeah. And then you're refusing to recognize the first republic.
Yes.
That gave you your fourth republic. And only a fourth republic came because of military interventions. Okay? That's why fourth republic came. And so I think that there are holidays are simply too many, and we need to rationalize the holidays and make sure that they do not cause disruptions in our lives. And because they affect productivities in ways that clearly are not to be entertained and funny.
Right.
But
yes. I'm checking the commemorative day.
Yeah.
So what did he say he lives?
On the hills.
On the hills.
Brekusu hills.
Yeah.
I think you should come down more.
Why? More often.
The weather is fantastic.
Yes, and obviously
the scenery,
where he is, and the weather and the scenery. So I think he's in a perpetual holiday. No, because my good friend that actually doesn't know.
You have to say that.
No.
Perpetual holiday. Okay.
No, Randy, listen.
Yes.
But my good friend sitting here.
Yes.
Actually doesn't know that yesterday was a holiday.
No. I enjoyed the holiday.
No,
I enjoyed the holiday.
Oh, please.
Except that I thought
it was commemorative and it's declared holiday as and when.
That's why it went. Yes.
You have to emphasize.
No.
He thought it was commemorative and was declared a holiday as and when. As and when. That's what I corrected.
The exercise of Section 2 of the Act.
As and when means what?
The Section 2 of the Act empowers the president to declare holiday.
What we are talking about is a holiday.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, he didn't know that yesterday was a holiday.
No.
Yes, he thought it was a commemorative day.
But he didn't know it was a holiday.
No, it was a holiday.
He said it is a holiday, but what he was saying was that it was
declared a holiday pursuant to Section 2.
What he's saying was that it was a commemorative day.
Yes.
But the president used the Section 2 of the Act to make it a holiday.
So it's a holiday.
Yes.
No, you don't get it. What he was trying to say was that it is not a permanent holiday. That is a commemorative day, but the president chooses when to make it a holiday, and I corrected him that it's not. That's not right.
It is a permanent. He gave the impression clearly that he didn't know it was a holiday.
No,
you have to tell him.
I think that this one is living like a Humpty Dumpty.
Where he lives, the place is so.
Are you repeating it?
The place is so idyllic. You have to calm down more.
You have to come there.
We'll come.
You will not be wasting too much money on electricity.
We'll come there. But later you have to come down once a while to see what is happening in the to not know that yesterday was a holiday. But sir, some of the things he said. I mean, the numbers of holiday, I think that's a different topic that we can look at. But the point must be made that the number of holidays have not been increased, actually.
Okay.
It's been the same. If you remember, AU Day was removed as a holiday, and then 1st July was also removed as a holiday. And they've been replaced by August 4 and January 7. So the numbers of holiday are still the same. If we can have a debate, maybe when the private members bill come up, we can also look at the whole numbers of holidays that we have. But the president hasn't denigrated Nkrumah, as you sought to give us that impression. Because Nkrumah's birthday, which was yesterday, it's still a holiday. It's just that it hasn't, the designation of it as Founders Day has been changed.
He's taking the title of founder from
Yes,
Nkrumah.
from Nkrumah, yeah. And I believe that is the best.
And he's giving it to, Nkrumah is sharing it with others.
Yes.
And he's moved a step further to also make Nkrumah share his mausoleum with others, not just him.
Okay.
Yes.
But that's fine. Nkrumah has his...
But it's his mausoleum. There's Nkrumah circle, there's Obeche Bilanti circle, there's Dankwa circle, they don't share with them.
That's what I was asking, if other people have their mausoleums. But you're saying they have their pictures.
Yeah,
and
inside
stories.
the Kwame Nkrumah mausoleum.
Their pictures and stories.
Everything inside the Kwame Nkrumah mausoleum.
But you see, this business about founder, I believe that the current arrangement is the best.
Okay.
My only small regret is that some of these things should be the result of consensus, so that everybody, all stakeholders should meet, all the debate should be had, so that we all agree. So that it's not an NPP, NDC came and unilaterally, they didn't even go to Parliament, just by President Mills' executive aid, put 21st September as a holiday. Another government comes, they change it. But in this case, it even went to Parliament. So it's even an improvement in terms of the legislative process. But the arrangement that we have today recognizes the people who played key roles towards our independence, including Kwame Nkrumah. And then it also gives primacy because of the leadership role that Kwame Nkrumah played. When after 1951, in the elections, when Kwame Nkrumah became leader of government business, it fell on him to champion all the processes, the legislative processes. So that singular leadership is recognized by giving his birthday its own standing, and also recognizes the other people who took part in the fight for independence, giving them recognition as giving them a Founders Day, including Kwame Nkrumah. The people who had set up their organization to fight for independence, and then they went and at their own expense went and brought Kwame Nkrumah from England to come and join them in the fight against for independence. You can't say they haven't played any role. If they hadn't brought Kwame Nkrumah, if they hadn't somebody has said, look, let's bring somebody who can be a general secretary of this aid, and they went and invited Kwame Nkrumah from England to come. If they hadn't invited him, so they also played a role, and they must be recognized. And the arrangement where the date where the movement was founded, the UGCC, and mind you, all these political parties came from that same party. Kwame Nkrumah, even later when he broke away from them, what did he call his party? Convention People's Party. Because the United Gold Coast Convention, the name convention, had been established as a nationalist movement. And they invited Kwame Nkrumah. He came and joined them to be part of the struggle. And he broke away. So the people who, on their own initiative, went and brought him to come and help them to fight for independence, you can't say that they haven't played a role. So those people are leaders. And if we want to expand it to include more people, I don't have a problem. If anybody can be shown to have played a key role, let them be part of it. And let's celebrate them as our founders. And then because of the singular leadership role that Kwame Nkrumah played, you give him to a special day on his birthday. It's the perfect arrangement. Everybody is included.
Right.
Now, this business of founder. I mean, I even have a little problem with it, but we have chosen to impose it on ourselves. And so we are running with it. That's fine. The reason why I have a little problem with it is this. Togo, they had the independence. They also had people who were agitating for independence from France. Their first president was Olympio, isn't it? Is it Olympio? So is he the founder of Togo? The people who led the agitation for Nigeria's independence, I think the first person was Azikiwe. Who was the first prime minister? Tafawa Balewa. And Azikiwe was what?
Azikiwe
was one of them.
Okay.
Is Tafawa Balewa the founder of Nigeria? Our man in Ivory Coast, Ufe Boigny, is he the founder of Ivory Coast? Sierra Leone. All Kenneth Kaunda, Nelson Mandela. Is Nelson Mandela the founder of South Africa? So I have a little problem with this founder start. But if we've decided that's the way we want to call our people, that's fine. I don't have a problem. But I'm saying that the current arrangement is more inclusive. My only small worry is that we should come to these decisions as a collective. Right. But otherwise,
for us to understand, nations' history are akin to them. And every nation has its values, its norms, its culture, its worldview as encapsulated in the people that it wants to maintain. That is why we don't celebrate the same holidays like Burkina Faso or Togo or Nigeria. Most Nigerians were in Ghana because we are from the same colonial background. I mean, we were all West African citizens until we gain our respective independence. But we celebrate different holidays and we choose to honor our national heroes. I give the example of that lady, Rosa Parks. You remember, there were people who came before her who fought for black emancipation. But one singular act of Rosa Parks stood her out as somebody who fought against racial discrimination in schools and the bus ride system. And so she's now a national figure and respected within the black community in America. The same thing like Nkrumah Rande. Doesn't it come to you as surprising that Rande is a Ghanaian, a Chim Ashanti man, a Dogomba man, and many others? We see each other first as what? Ghanaians. That was Nkrumah's creation. People talk about Fanda as if we are talking about the physical land, Ghana. It had to take policies, vision of somebody, one man, to provide an entity which could be cohesive, enduring, united, and if you want, with social cohesion. For instance, the northern part of this country was not Ghana, was not Gold Coast, was not. Was a protected, was not even part of the British colony. It's a protected protectorate, territory. They had to take Nkrumah to bring in through negotiation. That was why the MPP we have today, they got the name, they stole the name or the contrition from an MPP that existed in the past that was called Northern People's Party. Why? Because at that time, the Northerners thought that there was a great disparity between the North and the South, and that to champion their interests, they needed to come together to form a political party to be represented in Parliament so that they could be part of the national cake and talk to their issues. The Transvolta Togoland and others, the referendum. Do you know that the Donko Buze tradition campaigned against the referendum for part of Togo to be Ghana? You know that? Or you've not read about it? Yes. You had to take a vision of one man who brought Gold Coast. Gold Coast was a colony limited only to the coast. Gold Coast was not the whole Ghana. It was just the coast. That was the property of the Europeans. Ashanti, okay, we came up to the Wenya, okay, and then the Northern Territories and part of Volta. It had to take one man to bring them together, unite them in culture and traditions, to conceive and see themselves as Ghanaian. So the modern Ghana that we are today cannot be attributed to any person than Nkrumah. I mean, Randy, again, you look at people like us. Osler has said so many years ago that but for Nkrumah's free education policy, I would have been driving cattle. She might have been right. It had to take the vision of one man to say that you cannot hope to develop a country where one part of the country is perpetually undeveloped. But what did we see when Buzia went to, even after so many years after Nkrumah had gone, Buzia went to Bolaga and they had built a commercial bank there. He was wondering why the commercial bank, Ghana, had taken the decision to go and build a bank in that poor neighborhood, because what money were they going to keep there? And so, when we talk of Nkrumah, we must talk of Nkrumah as a phenomenon, an idea, a person who brought about united, cohesive Ghana. And that's why we, President Mills, and to be honest with you, what President Mills did was founded in law. I just cited the Section 2. He used executive instrument, which is part of the Holidays Act, which went to Parliament to declare Nkrumah's Day a holiday.
Yeah, the only difference is that when a holiday is declared on the basis of the Act, it can be easily reversed.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So it's not couch in law.
Yes.
It's at the pleasure
when it's done,
and when the public sentiment.
When it's done through Parliament.
Yes. So that's why the Public Holidays Act is there. I agree with you. Yeah. But I'm saying that he says that when he went to Parliament, but Atamis too went to Parliament, but through an indirect route of Section 2 of the Act.
Right.
Now it's indirect.
Can we move on? Can we move on?
No. We need to correct distortions.
Okay.
Now, this business of... I haven't said Mills, what Mills did was illegal. Have I said so? So
he said he didn't go to Parliament.
Yeah, but have I said it's illegal?
He said he didn't go to Parliament. People are listening.
Please.
So when he said he didn't go to Parliament...
You said that what he did...
I'm just trying to put more light.
Is it possible I can speak so?
No. I don't want you to quote me wrongly.
So write it.
No, don't quote me wrongly.
What you said, what Mills did was also legal. It's in the Act.
Yes.
But I have not said what he did was illegal.
He said
I just said that one person also had the power, but they went to Parliament. That's what I said.
Okay.
Now, this business about Kwame Nkrumah founding Ghana. So, I have said that if we want to put, and you see, it was started by Kwame Nkrumah himself, because he called himself founder, and that is why we've had this term as part of it. But in other countries, they also had their agitators for independence, isn't it? Which African country didn't have their freedom fight leaders? Which country? But you don't hear Tafawa Balewa being called the founder of Nigeria, which is an even bigger territory put together. You don't hear Siaka Stevens being called the founder of Sierra Leone, or this chap in Gambia. I mean, we know all these independence leaders. We don't hear them being called the founder or founders of their countries, except probably Ghana. I'm saying if that's what we've chosen, it's fine. I don't have a problem. But this business of trying to give everything to Kwame Nkrumah is not true. Look, the simple plain fact is that on 6 March 1957, when the British gave us independence, the territory as we know as Ghana was intact. No, nothing has been added after 6 March. It's still the same territory. It was the British, they had their protectorate in the north, They had their colony, they had their shanty, and they put it together. And then they organized a referendum, or what we call a plebiscite in Transvolta, because Transvolta had been given to the British to administer on behalf of the United Nations. So they decided if they were leaving, they wanted to put the question if they would like to join Ghana. All of that was done under the British. So when we got independence on 6th March, the territory as we have was intact, and that was what was handed over. Kwame Nkrumah did in terms of his leadership role and so on, but this tried to give him everything as if before him there was nothing. It's also not true, and I think we should go about it. We have an arrangement where the people who collaborated to fight for independence, including Kwame Nkrumah, they have their day. And then because of the leadership role played by Kwame Nkrumah, he also has his own special day. I think it's the best arrangement we can have.
So your senior, your senior.
Now, yeah, who's that?
Your senior Kakre Samwa. He has one for you.
Okay.
Because my friend Nana Kumia is not being forthright about the issue of founder. First, he thinks there's no need for one person to be designated as founder, as similar leaders in other African countries are not so described. And secondly, he thinks that the designation should apply to a collective rather than a single person. I have only one question for him. If Kwame Nkrumah had died on 5th of March, 1957, what would have been the contribution of the other 5 members of the Big Six to the founding of Ghana?
They brought Kwame Nkrumah. Or Kakra doesn't know that. So I think.
What is the name of the businessman who was behind the formation? Pargrant. Why is Pargrant not one of the founders?
But I have said to you.
No. Your party decided. Your party decided. Pargrant was the one who assembled all these people together as secondary.
So, Randy, it's a very
so
simple.
Why have you chosen to ignore Pargrant?
If you believe Pargrant should be part of it, what's the problem? Let us have him there. That's why I said that everybody who can be said to have played a role, let them be part of it. Let's not exclude everybody. Now, the question that Kakra really should be asking is that, so if they hadn't went and gone and brought Kwame, what would have happened?
Okay.
So, I just got a test that I thought would be interesting. It's from Kojo Entry, the CEO of the Ghana Tourism Development.
Yes.
It says the only picture of the other members of the Big Six is the group photo in the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum.
Yes.
That everything else is Kwame Nkrumah exclusive.
But there is.
I told you I have them.
But there is this there.
What?
What he said.
The group photo.
Which didn't used to be there.
Ah, so it's the group photo that you are talking about?
Yes, it didn't used to be there.
Yeah, but is that what you are talking about?
Yes.
Oh, I thought they also had their histories and everything in there. No. Is that the photo?
Yes.
Oh, you too.
No, I am just telling you. I'm just telling you. No, Nana, contextualize this. Contextualize it. We're talking about substituting the Nkrumah founders to apostrophe after the S. And I said that we've even gone beyond the issue of the holiday to even make the Nkrumah Mausoleum also have a reflection of the same apostrophe after the S.
Okay.
That is the point I was making.
But that's the context.
You gave me the impression that
I told you
they've had the other people share the mausoleum.
We were talking about the apostrophe, the movement of the, and I was just telling you that it was not just the Founders Day, but even with the mausoleum, the apostrophe, the movement of the apostrophe is reflected in the mausoleum.
But that's fine. But I don't have a problem with that at all. But the way you said, I got the impression that they also have
the influence of the coffee.
They also have their mausoleum. But that picture of the big.
It's the influence of the coffee. Now, let's say he takes the Nkrumah's contribution from the middle. He forgets, inconveniently, that Nkrumah was leader of government business. 1953.
No, he said from 51. He said he related it to from 51.
No. He said at independence. He said at independence, Ghana was constituted.
So Randy is like.
And I'm saying, no, I'm not.
But you are sitting closer. You are sitting closer to me.
Okay, so we are referring to the statement he made about
Ghana being
the geographical. Yes.
And I'm saying
that it takes you that when Kwame Nkrumah became the leader.
So you let me talk.
Even the year you got it wrong. So he didn't become leader in 53. He became leader of government business in 51.
Yes.
Even though he got
51,
wrong.
yeah.
And I had said to you that when he became the leader of government business in 51,
Yeah.
the responsibility fell on him to be the driving force. And we had said all of that. That's why he has of the fight to independence.
Why did he become the
today.
leader of government business?
The place that you are living.
No, why did he become the leader of government business?
Because he won election.
He won election. And he won election
So I like
to become the
it. So I
leader
like
of
the point
government
you're
business.
making. I like
And
the-
the government business was in preparation towards independence.
So I like the point you're making, if I understand you.
Yes.
Is that if Nana speaks about the British granting us independence on the 6th of March 1957 and linking that to what the geographical space of Ghana was, without reference to what
Preparatory steps, yeah,
to get that geographical space
Yeah.
in the 6 years leading to the thing.
He's taking the thing from the middle.
I am saying that when we got
That's exactly what I'm saying.
When we got into
He's ignoring glaring facts.
when you have got the facts wrong. You couldn't even get the date correct. Okay.
Yeah, I got the date wrong.
When we got
1951.
Exactly. We accept your. When we got independence on 6th March, we didn't have independence in 1951.
Yes.
Did we?
No.
We got independence in 1957.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Yes.
And I'm saying that at the time we got the independence,
You cannot even be talking about
the terror.
The motion of destiny was opposed by his party. You cannot even be talking about that.
It was Buzia who seconded the motion of independence.
Was opposed by your party. They went to England and said that we shouldn't.
Please,
we shouldn't
No,
get
you're
independence.
twisting fast today. All of you've been fed so much propaganda. You haven't taken the time to say the motion of independence, the motion for the British to grant us independence, to be voted by the Parliament, the Assembly at that time, was seconded by Buzia.
Yes, and what did he say?
So what is this?
What did he
Was
say?
it not after?
What did he say?
After efforts.
Efforts. What did he say? What did he even
Efforts
say?
including
He seconded it.
the trip
I am
had failed.
That failed. What did he even say?
I'm saying that the motion of independence was seconded by Buzia.
And what did he
when
say?
you come and tell us,
No, what did he say?
No, but
what did he say at the motion of independence?
Well, he
You know
seconded
what
the
he
motion.
said. You couldn't.
What
even
did he
get
say?
it.
What did he say? No, tell me. I was saying that he opposed the independence. What did he say in seconding the motion?
I don't understand. What did he say? Tell us.
Oh, you don't know. That's
No,
your,
yeah, yes,
that's your
tell us,
leader.
tell us.
Who's the contradiction?
No, tell us. You say no. Tell us. What
Let's
did he
move
say?
on. Let's move on. Let's move. We need to go. But let me just
No,
do
no,
this before we go.
no,
Wait,
he didn't
let
say
me
that.
just do this before we go. Let me say a big happy birthday to.
Propaganda.
Let me say a big happy birthday to Madame Matilda Obenanson. You're 80 today. So, Madame Matilda Obenanson, you're 80 years old today. Happy birthday. Happy 80th birthday to you. And we hope that you grow stronger and healthier and also enjoy your children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren as well. So, happy 80th birthday to you, Madame Matilda Obenanson. It's also the birthday of the Minority Chief Whip, the Honorable Kwame Agboja, MP for Adaklu. Today is your birthday, so architect, happy birthday to you, the Honorable Kwame Agboja. And it's also the birthday of a very good friend of mine, Nana Kakra of Okere. He's now in the USA. So Nana Kakra, happy birthday to you. Democracy, rule of law, freedom of speech, rights, responsibilities. 66 years on, we can't get to wrap our fingers around demonstrations. We're back shortly.
Ready for something refreshing and great tasting? For your kids' enjoyment?
Angel Cola.
For your graduation enjoyment?
Angel Cola.
Beach hangout?
Angel Cola.
For all your refreshing moments?
Angel Cola.
For your parties, get-togethers, events, and celebrations, enjoy a chilled bottle of Angel Cola. Radio Grandma, today is your day. Over to you.
Thank you. Enjoyment Cola.
Angel Cola.
The Enjoyment Cola. Enjoy all your moments and fun time with Angel Cola. This advert is FDA approved.
Inside Black Star Press Limited. Grow inside the invective minds, evolving concepts, and the creative trends. The printing press you need now. Witness the beauty, diversity, and natural wonder with our works. Inside Black Star Press Limited, in association with Lionhead Group of Companies. Call us now on 0200-880-000 for all your print works. Black Star Press Limited, a worldwide reputation for quality printing.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor, they say. But as humans, aging and physical infirmity stands our way of enjoying our mansions and homes. It often becomes challenging, if not impossible, to use our stairways day in, day out. With portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators, PVs, you are assured of unlimited enjoyment of your mansions and homes. It's a self-supported elevator for vertical movement of humans and goods at homes and offices. The original comes in 3 custom-made models with wheelchair accessibility. Call it luxury, but it's a necessary imperative for vertical mobility. Do not let aging or infirmity limit you. Get one for your easy vertical mobility at home. It's affordable and can be installed in just 3 days without modification to your existing building. It's however easier to incorporate it at the construction stage. We also have traditional Fuji elevators and escalators for your high-rise buildings and malls. Visit Lifts and Elevators Company Limited at Sakumono for your elevators nationwide. For free consultation to call or WhatsApp us on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators, the elevator people.
Betway is your gateway to a theme park full of gaming excitement. A whirlpool of wonder where your favorite games come to life. Where you can take to the skies with max payouts that reach into the millions. All in the palm of your hand. Visit betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. Betway is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Bet responsibly. Betway. Bet your way.
Sometimes the unexpected happens and the hero falls down in his own story. But he needs not stay down for long. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance is your trusted health partner. Whether an individual building a business, with Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern. For the best health insurance solutions for corporate institutions, groups and associations, families and individuals, choose Cosmopolitan Health Insurance from our over 700 accredited health service providers nationwide. Call us on 0302-540-668 or 0501-678-547 for all your health insurance solutions. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern.
In life, choice is good, but choice plus safety is way better. Your safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model, securing your safety, creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
Step into success with Accra Business School. Boost your career with a prestigious MSc degrees from KNUST. Pick from Human Resource Management, Communication and International Relations, Public Affairs. In just 12 months, our MBA can be yours. Dive into our BSc programs in IT Security and Cybercrime, IT Management and Business and Management, endorsed by top universities in Ireland and Wales. We offer flexible entry, payment and learning options. It's time to unlock your potential and take flight. Visit www.abs.edu.gh or dial 0263 888 555. Let Accra Business School elevate your future today.
Over 18 years in business, Appointed Time Printing Limited has delivered quality service to some of Ghana's well-known brands. With our equipment capacity, we are able to deliver 1,500 pieces of polo and t-shirts in 1 hour. This is only possible with us. For retailers and wholesalers, we offer for sale high-quality polo shirts and t-shirts in different colors at affordable prices. We have a one-stop shop for all creative designs and billboards, 3D signages, flexi banners, car branding, stickers and posters. Locate us at the old GNTC building near Swansea Shopping Arcade, Accra. Contact us on 0501 454165, 0501 454167. Connect with us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Appointed Time GH. Appointed Time Printing Limited. Our printing is a
Masenaba. They say, you see, you call cashless. Say, cashless, yeah. You say, you can be a wish office. You see, the power up back. And also, another your BBR. Set up auto credit. Set up auto credit and no one issue. So, what problem be up as a history for everything? He answer over power up. So, and one on the two assembly up. So, only smartphone and money how. And there's only data and so and it's you will bring. And one said, who bring your young phone. Oh, sorry. Open your phone. No one direct *226# You are through there. You see the power app no. Mobile money, Visa card, Mastercard, a BH you never see you see the power app. I want to show a down some. It's simple.
Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. Still with me, I have Nana Kumia and Honorable Nusa Fuseini. Now, yesterday we had the demonstration and all the chaos and all that. The demonstrators promised that we were going to go back there this morning. Our reporter Vanessa Boatin is there. We'll link up with her now and then we'll get back to the issues that happened yesterday and what's happening today.
But we'll continue to build. And we are demanding that if citizens really cherish this democracy and are interested in the future of this country, then they'll show up and stare down power.
Would you say that because okay,
you have described, does that suggest that you are taking the Ghana Police Service on?
Well, for us, we are showing up today. Remind everybody, when I was first arrested at the airport, I was tortured by individuals who were wearing armed forces fatigue and thrown and blindfolded and taken out of Accra. We sued the Ghana Police Service and Attorney General and the Tema High Court. The individual judge before whom we sued, that Ankoma, has been promoted to the Court of Appeal. That case has not gone anywhere for over a year. In their response to the application we filed, the Ghana Police Service admitted planting an individual who was furnished with a phone, a knife and bread in the cells. These are all public record. The fourth estate has reported on this. Nothing has happened there. So again, I understand that so many of our institutions have been captured, and it's a reality of our democracy, but this is why we fight. This is why even when those institutions that are supposed to protect our democracy have been co-opted and corrupted, we must show up because the streets belong to the people, and the ability to corrupt the streets is even far limited.
Would you say that because you refuse to take these offers, it may have a role to play in your treason charge?
I absolutely believe that any right-thinking member of our society who will be told that a Facebook post is evidence that I am mobilizing forces to go and overthrow a government, when never in our history has a single individual, a civilian, overthrown a government. When I have made it time and time clear that the government has continued to accuse us of operating with a coup d'etat mentality, and we have poked fun and we have ridiculed this idea of us mobilizing for
Why they laugh?
Maybe I'm inside.
Then double if you don't get yawa.
Nothing. I want to order from above.
Baby, I will take care.
Only thing.
We will be above. Name. If you call or what? Who be the above?
My mom is an active police officer who, of course, he was stationed when I was a little boy in Akuse Police Barracks, and we're having conversations back to the old days when there was promise in the service.
But here is a case where they are preventing a musician like EL from standing here to draw crowds.
But the attempt is, again, the police are very clear and strategic on what they want to do. EL has come up to show up as he has promised online that he was going to show, and invite his followers to do so as well. By preventing him from showing up, the whole idea is to depress the crowds so as not to embarrass the government. That's what our institutions have become sensitive to. This idea that we must not embarrass the government at all costs. And so even when the truth must be said, they continue to deny it. It is in this democracy that when I was arrested and put in jail, the police service that has never fed inmates in those cells, never fed and continues to this day has never fed anybody, released a press statement claiming that they continue to feed inmates. Till this day, over a year, our right to information request asking them to provide us the meal plan, how much is spent on persons who are detained by the police service, has still not been responded to. So the lie and all the things that we must do to create an impression that all is going well is unraveling before our eyes. And this will continue.
One of the reasons why
I don't understand the question. We have already notified the police constitutionally. That's what we are going to do. That's what we are going to. That's what we are going to do.
Okay.
No basis to speculate as to what the police might do.
One of the reasons you gave for the protest is to let the youth know that they can be heard without coup d'etat, and that they can freely express themselves when they do a peaceful demonstration. And that happened yesterday. Would you say it has defeated the purpose?
Our point has always been clear that we love our democracy. We want to secure and protect this constitutional democracy, even when it is at peril by the persons who are in custody of it. So we decided to mobilize, particularly in light of all the coups that are happening, to show the world that Ghanaians can express dissent within our democracy, that our democracy is functioning, and other people in the sub-region will learn from it. whatever lessons they will take from tomorrow, from what happened yesterday, only they will tell us. But we will show up in the belief that dissent can still be channeled through a democracy, and democracy is still better than any other alternative.
Thank you so much. And that is the lead convener for hashtag Occupy the Jolobi House. And he has made his points clear. He said he is a believer in the democracy and he is not a supporter of coup. In as much as they had that treatment, you heard him, they were beaten up by people who were not dressed as police officers, and his right to a lawyer was taken away until later, and they were billed later in the evening. And you've heard all that.
So that was our reporter, Vanessa Adotum Boatin, who's at the 37 Lorry Park this morning. Bakavamo Oliver and his a group and other well-meaning members of society have gone back there after what happened yesterday. And yesterday we brought you some live reports from this particular spot, from the bars where the police picked them, and throughout the day we brought you reports. Our reporter Vanessa herself was a victim of police brutality yesterday, as well as Bridget Otu. I don't know if Vanessa has found her phone, but Bridget had to be saved with somebody's flag because half her clothes were torn as a result of that. The police issued a statement. I say police arrest 49 suspects for unlawful assembly and violation of Public Order Act. It says the police today, 21st September 2023, have arrested 49 suspects in connection with an unlawful assembly and violation of the Public Order Act. The 49 suspects who are currently in custody assisting in the investigation were arrested within the vicinity of the Jubilee House and a 37 military hospital area. This arrest was as a result of the flagrant disregard of the court process served on the organizers of the Democracy Hub group, which seeks to prohibit them from embarking on a planned demonstration within the vicinity of the Jubilee House from Thursday 21st to Saturday 23rd September 2023. We would like to state that the police do not take delight in preventing any group from demonstrating, as the service has a track record of providing security for demonstrators in the past. The exception in this case is the police disagreement with organizers on the venue, the Jubilee House being a security zone. In view of the above, we reiterate our position on the need for the general public in the interest of public order and public safety to disregard any invitation by the organizers to take part in any unlawful demonstration until the determination of the matter by the court on the 26th of September 2023. Okay, so this was a statement issued by the police yesterday. Now, Raji, incidentally, Samson Ladi Ayenini, who's done a 4-part write-up on this police thing from when the issue started, says that paragraph 3, which reads, this arrest was a result of the flagrant disregard of the court process served on the organizers of the Democracy Hub group, which seeks to prohibit them from embarking on a planned demonstration within the vicinity of the Jubilee House from Thursday 21st to Saturday 23rd September 2023. He says, paragraph 3 of the latest statement by Ghana Police, Jesus, who is damaging the service this terribly, enforcing an application that you may lose. We enforce court orders, not applications. Basic Civil Procedure 101. And even if it was an order, when the disregard for an order of injunction become a criminal offense enforceable by police and punished by arrest and criminal prosecution, such is punished as contempt of court, not contempt of police. Ignorance or thuggery in the name of law enforcement. I found out that yesterday you were moving around police stations trying to help and all that.
Yes.
What do you make of yesterday's spectacle?
Well, yesterday, Randy, to be honest with you, I had come for a program in town, and while at the program, I heard that the young men who were demonstrating against the mismanagement and misgovernance of this state had been arrested. I had some stirring in me. I was emotionally drawn to the issue, and I decided to make my way to the police headquarters. On reaching the police headquarters, I was told that they were not being held at the police headquarters, but rather the regional command. So I made my way to the regional command. Fortunately, there were a group of young lawyers, and so when I went by my mere presence, I became like a leader, a senior at the bar. Now, Randy, what struck me as glaring injustice is the fact that the going on demonstrations in this country is regulated by the Public Order Act. Demonstrations in itself, or protesting against the government, is a constitutional right enshrined in Chapter 6 of our Constitution. We have, and every citizen of this country has a right to speak. I mean, it's part of the ethos of the democratic countries. It's part of the values that democracies all over the world want to hold high. The freedom of expression, the freedom to assembly and to protest against government. Now, the Public Order Act regulates the exercise of that freedom. And when you look at the Public Order Act, clearly, Section Part 1, Section 1, subsection 1 to 7, that regulates the notification and what should be done, like the Hofelian theory, their rights and duties. So, if a person wants to go on demonstration, what you simply need to do is to give the police at least 5 days notice of your intended demonstration. That notice must contain the specifics provided in subsection 2, the time and place, the destination, the time of commencement, the time of closure, and all those things should be there. 3, when the police have reasonably believe that the demonstration and the routes and the time chosen could compromise public defense, public order, public safety, public health, interfere in the delivery of essential services, or interfere in the enjoyment of fundamental rights of others, the police can suggest alternative routes or a postponement of the demonstration to another date. Now, then, where the police suggest and request the organizers to postpone, they have to write, by the Public Order Act, they have to write to the organizers and informing them and requesting of them either to change the route or the date. And the demonstrators have 48 hours. So you see, there are procedural steps and timelines to comply with. Now, if the demonstrators receive the letter and refuse to signify their intention to comply with the request to change the route or the time or date, then the police under 5 now can go to court. So the police, when you read the act, because it's regulating the exercise of a constitutional right, a fundamental right as such, the act does not give the police the power to, without exhausting the remedies contained in the Public Order Act, to go to court. Now they rush to court. They go to court. They fail, refuse, or neglect to serve the organizers. The putative application is said to have been served on the lawyers. The lawyers are not going on demonstration. You want to inform the demonstrators that you have an action in court against them. You fail to serve the demonstrators personally or the organizers personally. You go and serve their lawyers. You claim you serve their lawyers. Now, then the demonstrators say, we have not received any court process. In any case, an application for an injunction to restrain a person from carrying out an activity does not operate as an order. And that is what Samson is alluding to. An application is not an order of court. And so you can disobey it. In fact, the Electoral Commission has disobeyed injunctions. How I mean, they filed an injunction, they filed an injunction and they served the Electoral Commission. The Electoral Commission has chosen to disobey. In fact, they filed a court process seeking an injunction. The Chief Justice has decided to put the return date for the motion on 17th. Doesn't the Electoral Commission know that there is a process in court? Isn't it not going ahead? instead of going ahead with the registration exercise. Two other actions are pending in other courts, served on the Electoral Commission, or of which the Electoral Commission has noticed. Are they not going ahead? I should tell you, and there are decided cases in court that show that the application for injunction does not operate to serve as a restraining order. Because you could go to court and the court will see no reason, especially in the face of the flagrant violations of the express provisions of the Public Order Act. And then people assemble, some are at the Jubilee House or presidents of the Jubilee House, others at 37. You use excessive force. I ask myself, so what do the police think about the international policing standards, which talks about appropriate force or reasonable force? Why will the police treat innocent, defenseless, peaceful Ghanaians the way they did yesterday? In any case, these Ghanaians who were protesting and wanting to go occupy the people's house, the government house, Jubilee House is the people's house. It's our money that the people that we have used to build a place for a president that we have elected, and giving him the power to manage the economy, and we feel that he's not managing the economy to the satisfaction of all of us. What prevents us, haven't taken advantage of the law, from going there? And you find the police rushing on this and throwing them, arresting them, 49 of them, throwing them in the buckets of pickups. And when they got to the police station, you know what they did? They simply dispersed them to 8 police stations, including Choko. Railways, railways. That was where they kept Oliver Vamawo, the railways police station. Some at the ministries, some at Dansuma, and all over the place. Shukura. So we met them, the police. I was joined later by Justice Strem Sai of Jimpa, and Martin Pebu, and Benamuna, who was supposed to be part of the demonstration but who had gone to the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum to pour some libation, later came and joined. And we interacted with them. We were able to get the names of the 49 people who had been kept. We sent a couple of young lawyers had come, and I gave my heart to them. I mean, the egregious violations of the fundamental rights of persons in this country cannot be entertained. That's not what democracies are for. What happened yesterday is akin to an arbitrary dictatorial regime that is not prepared to countenance any protest from any quarters of the citizens. This is a citizens' government. This is a people's government. The government of the MPP was not foisted on the people of Ghana. It did not come to power by the barrel of the gun. It had to go plead with the people. In fact, the first time Nana Akufo-Addo wanted our votes, he said we should try him and see. If that is not pleading with the people, tell me what that is. Then the people have tried you. And they think that there is serious corruption. In fact, there is terrible corruption, horrifying corruption and misadministration going on in this country. And they want to draw your attention and the attention of the people of this country to what corruption is doing to the development of this country. They say, no, they shouldn't. That's why I've called for the resignation of the Minister of Interior. Because no one can fail to see the procedural steps contained in the Public Order Act. And putting that against the brutality meted out to the demonstrators yesterday, it is simply unacceptable, intolerable, that a police service that we have set up as a bureaucracy that is maintained by the taxpayers' money, that is armed by the taxpayers' money, that is clothed by the taxpayers' money, will use this power that we have given it to brutalize the people. When, in fact, there have been attempts to professionalize the police. The basic questions that I thought the minister or whoever pretends over the police would have asked, whether they have been compliant to the Public Order Act. And for people just to think that in this our democracy, in this Ghana that we live in, you can just invoke the exercise of brute force on the people of this country, to have a rethink. Because the people clearly are fed up. Look at the nauseating corruption that is confronting us in this country. That ministers of state can keep huge sums of money under their belts. That the PDS itself, that was given out as concession to a group of Ghanaians, which group took monies, collected on top of the reasons for the demonstration. You must understand the reasons to relate.
To what?
To what the people are doing. Because if you don't understand the reasons, you can't relate.
Go on. And you said what? No sitting corruption.
Yes, no sitting.
And you said somebody is keeping money in their house. And then what?
Listen to me. I know that the coffee should have abated, the effect should have abated by now. But what I'm saying is that.
Did he say coffin?
Coffin. Because, you still have black hair. You might not go now.
Oh, we are talking of coffee.
No. You're
also drinking coffee.
No, but it has different effects on
my
people.
Coffee is different.
Different effects on people.
You ran out for me.
Different effects on people.
Like the one you drank in my office. Like the one you drank in my office.
So, you see, so I said to relate, Randy, you must understand.
So the corruption, you said what?
Democracy hub.
No, you said something.
You must understand. You see, there is
money
some hopelessly
in houses,
terrifying maladministration going on, and it appears to be irredeemable in this country. And everywhere you turn, you are confronted with a spectacle of corruption, a spectacle of maladministration, thievery. Anywhere you turn. Now, and so many years ago, the Jogati as Attorney General painted a vivid picture of what corruption does. And all of us know what it does to the people of this country. It makes them poorer. It robs the people of needed resources for development. The people said, look, let's draw attention to this. And I was citing the issue of the PDS, where I was interrupted. And I know why he interrupted. Because it is totally unacceptable that you constitute a company into a collection company and a management company for the ECG. They collect resources belonging to the state and haven't accounted for those resources. It's totally unacceptable that you constitute a company into a revenue collection company for GRA. The company collects up to 1 million Ghana cedis, 100 million Ghana cedis on behalf of VRA, and is unable to account. And when the company is pressed, it refunds only 1 million and promises to pay the 100 million by installment. This is totally unacceptable that you use officialdom to ensure that certain members sympathetic to your government are able to get waivers from the payment of custom duties. It is totally unacceptable that the Auditor General's report will reveal the decay in the public management of our finances in respect of the monies that we receive for dealing with COVID. And so these people, and I sympathize with them, I'm fairly grown, but their future is being compromised. And so that's why I relate to them. That's why I can feel the pain. That's why I can feel the hurt. That's why I can feel the disappointment. And that's why I condemned it vehemently the treatment that was meted out to them yesterday. And that was why I was willing to make my services available to them.
All right. Yes, Dana.
Then we are talking about demonstration. Now my brother decided to come and tell us about corruption.
Yes, because you must relate. The demonstration.
Now, so I'm starting from that relation.
Yes.
You know, it says that people are keeping money in their houses. As we speak, the relevant state institutions are actively investigating that matter. there's a suspicion that somebody who's a minister of state is keeping monies in his house. There's a suspicion that those monies may not have come from legitimate sources. As we speak, there's an ongoing active investigation going on. Active investigation going on. You're talking about PDS. But the PDS thing, Randy, if I remember, the American government, which was actually bringing the lots of money for that whole privatization of ECG, they actually supported PDS. It was the government of Ghana that didn't like the idea of PDS and so cancelled it. But if you believe there's some corruption in it, that is your opinion. I don't have a problem.
I'm not talking about the cancellation. I'm talking that the period in which PDS was
can I finish?
In office. No, you are missing the point.
I know the point you are making. If there's some corruption in it, and you know there's corruption, why are you sitting down idle? Why are you sitting down? Oh, you see what the problem is. You see what the problem is. You say you have evidence that there's some corruption in PDS. That some monies have been collected and is being kept under people's beds. Why are you sitting down idle? Why don't you take action?
Like what?
Why don't you report to the SHRAG or any of the institutions?
Okay.
You see?
Okay.
You see, you are part of the problem.
Yes.
That is it. You come and sit here and moan.
Part of the solution.
And you are saying, look, PDS was happening years ago, 5-6 years ago. And you say you have evidence that monies have been collected and is being kept under people's beds. And you are sitting here. And then you come and tell us about democracy. Now, this business, I remember people have been mentioned as having had millions and millions of dollars. Allegations made by people like President Rawlings. Why haven't you calling for investigation into those matters? I would wish that...
Go and look for his
No. I'm saying, why are you not calling for investigation? Because all of this impact on our democracy and democratic accountability. Look, one of the problems that we have in this country is that we're politicians. We speak from both sides of our mouth. And that is one of the reasons why a negative situation persists. And that's what my brother has done now. Look, this business, the police reaction to demonstrations. People want to demonstrate. It's their constitutional right. The police have a responsibility to provide security. It's also a right given to them by law. It's a matter of meeting to marry the two rights. That's all. Give people the chance to demonstrate. Agree on the parameters of it that the police can also do their duty. When you have a situation where there seems to be an automatic rejection of the idea of demonstration by the police, you have this problem. But the problem is exacerbated when we politicians, depending on where we stand, make statements that are always contradictory. Look, when Kumiprek was going to happen, effort was made to thwart the demonstration by the NDC at that time and by security. And what happened? When they made that effort, 4 people lost their lives. In the subsequent Kumiprek demonstrations, the 9 of that, when there was no effort to hinder the people, what happened? They organized their demonstrations all over the country, Kumasi, Sunyani, Tamale, and it was peaceful. So, this mentality that, oh, demonstration is bad, that's what gives it relevance. Allow them to do their demonstration. Sit with them, jaw on how it can be done so that the police too have a right, are able to do their duty. I understand the IGP will be meeting with them today. I hope that something good will come out of there. But we politicians, when you listen to what the NDC said when they were in power about police reaction to demonstrations, you will demonstrate the point that I'm making. I remember the Let My Vote Count demonstration, because I was there, where the police stopped the people at around the cathedral, the Catholic cathedral, opposite the mental hospital. And we know what happened, the brutalities that were meted out to demonstrators, because they said they had taken a wrong route to the Electoral Commission. What the NDC said, members of parliament of the NDC said, the police is right. The demonstrators deserve to be shaped. They brought this upon themselves. Your members of parliament, I don't know if you were in parliament at that time, but your members of parliament were telling the people of Ghana that the police are right to ship the demonstrators and pour hot water and burn their skins. Your party made the same noises that the demonstrators disobeyed the police, and so they deserve the beating and the brutality that was meted out to them. In fact, during the petition, the first petition in 2013, you remember, this is I'm sure you will tell me I've forgotten, that the police actually banned demonstrations throughout the petition. And we politicians at that time were hailing it. We didn't talk about the constitutional right of people to demonstrate. When the police came and said we won't allow any demonstrations because we don't have manpower, and for 8 months, you were here. So, we politicians ourselves, we speak from both sides of our mouth, depending on where we are. And that's what Yunus Afuseni has demonstrated this morning. Let's politicians take principled stand. I'll be disappointed if my party is coming out to condemn anybody. Let the parties, the demonstrators and the police find a middle way so that everybody can exercise their rights. In this instant case that we're talking about, the demonstrators say they want to go and picket for 3 days at Jubilee House. Of course, they have their grievances. I don't have a problem with anybody having a grievance against government. There's no problem. They said Jubilee House is now Julobi, which means House of Thieves or Thieves, whatever. You understand Ghana language better. That is not setting the right atmosphere, but it's fine. They said Julobi, fine. They said there's a state institution. I listened to the chap that you were speaking to. Yeah, he said their state institutions have been captured. It's fine. I mean, that is their feeling. They say they want to demonstrate about it. That is fine. It's their constitutional rights. They say they want to go and picket at Jubilee House for 3 days. The police is saying that Jubilee House is this is the most sensitive of security that you can have in this country. And so to go there and picket for 3 days, the police say we have a problem. They are talking among themselves to see how the demonstration can go on and still be able to be seen, because they want people in Jubilee House to see. That conversation is going on. Obviously, there was no agreement. And who's the arbiter? Is it the police or the demonstrators? It's the courts. The police say we went to court for the court to decide on the matter. Our interpretation as the police is that Jubilee House is a security zone and we don't think you should go there and picket for 3 days. The people are saying it's a public space and we have the right to go and demonstrate there. I would have wished this for a situation where the two parties would come to a compromise, that we can have you come and finish your demonstration at this part where it will not interrupt business and security at Jubilee House. I would like that conversation to be held. But as it is, there's disagreement between the two parties, the police and demonstrators. The police say we've gone to court for the court to decide on the matter. If the court rules that you have the right to go to Jubilee House, why? Then the demonstrators are saying, well, we didn't get any information as to you going to court to seek a court intervention in the matter. The police is saying, well, we serve the court process on your lawyers. I assume that is true. I don't see how the police can come out publicly if they haven't done that. So, according to the police, once we've served a process in court, your assembly was illegal. I'm saying that is the police's interpretation. That's what they are saying, that once they've served the process in court, it means your demonstration is illegal. And so you should wait. The court date is supposed to be 26th. You should wait for the court to give a decision. And so before that date, your assembly is illegal. That's what the police is saying.
Yeah, but they're wrong.
But that is what they are saying. So, and why are they wrong?
They are wrong. It's not supported by any precedence, by any law.
Yeah.
If you go and file for injunction at the court and you even serve the injunction on the person, it is up to the person to decide whether they are going to respect what they have seen or not respect it and suffer the consequences.
But there are many
if
lawyers.
they do not respect it, you go to court and cite them for contempt of court.
There are many lawyers who will disagree with you. That once a matter is brought to the courts,
yes,
you are automatically injuncted.
No,
there are many lawyers who.
No, you are no, Nana. What you are doing is that you are confusing the issues.
Which one?
What you are referring to is whether those schools of thought that once an injunction is filed,
yeah,
and it's served on you, you operate.
Yeah.
And there's another school of thought that says that no,
yeah,
until the injunction is, that's a separate matter. In this case, a party says that I'll file for injunction. I've served it on your lawyers. And so I am enforcing that injunction that has not been granted or granted. And what I'm telling you is that when you go to court and file for injunction, and you even serve the injunction on the other party, it is not for you to go and enforce it. If the party does not
obey,
you go to court and cite them for contempt.
Randy, you are also being confused. Let me show you. If you and I have a case against each other,
yes,
and I go to court,
yes,
that Radiabe is doing ABC, I disagree. I want the court to decide. And I file that injunction in court.
Yes.
And I bring you the notice.
Yes.
And you go ahead.
Yes.
To still proceed on the matter.
Yes.
I'll then go to court.
Yes.
And file contempt against you.
Yes. For disobeying.
Yes. No, not even disobeying. For not regarding.
Yes. The court.
Because once I've taken the matter to court.
Yes.
Then I have put the matter before the judge.
Yes.
So if you go ahead,
yes,
then you are usurping the powers of the court.
Yes.
The judge.
Yes.
But you see, in this case.
And then what is expected of you?
No, what? To
you,
go
the
to
person
court.
who went. Yes.
To go to court. Let's say if it's between you and me.
Yes.
But in this matter, it's the police.
Why is the police above the law?
No. So you mean the police should allow you to demonstrate? Because you see, the police are in the dual role.
The police could have stopped me.
1 second. Yes.
The police could have stopped me. They could have decided.
Yeah, but that's what they did.
No, I'm coming. The police could have decided.
Isn't that what they did?
No, I'm saying that the police could have decided that, look, this is security, whatever, whatever. We won't allow you.
Yeah.
And say that they won't go to court, but they won't allow you. But the police cannot elect to go to court and go and file for an injunction on the eve of the event. An event that they were aware of a month earlier.
Yeah, and serve you notice.
And serve notice and then decide that they would go and do what they did.
Because you see, it's the police. If it's between you and me,
what makes the police exceptional? What makes the police
it's the same police who must maintain security.
No.
So even if can I finish? So what you mean is that the police should say, well, we've served an injunction. The people should go ahead and do what they want. We'll go to court to cite them for contempt.
That's what the law says.
But the police is supposed to provide security.
Yes.
Yes. And the police is saying that. You are even telling me that the police could have just come out outright to deny them the demonstration.
No,
I rather prefer the
situation. That's not what I'm telling you. I am just telling you that if the police decides to take the route they took,
decide to take the route.
The route they took by going to court. No, the police. I'm saying that if they decided that they will take the route of going for an injunction, they cannot approbate and reprobate in the court.
So then the police should have then left them. That's what you are saying?
Yes, and cite them for contempt.
And so shall left them to go and occupy Jubilee House for 3 days and cite them for contempt.
And cite them for contempt. That's what the law says.
Which part of the law says so?
The law, the very law.
Show me the law.
Oh, please, Nana.
Because
Nana,
I don't know if that's what the law
says.
says.
Nana, stop that.
It's the police that must provide security.
Nana, the police is not the law. I'm saying that if you go to court for an injunction.
So what should have happened? The police should have left them.
But I've told you. If you go
the police should have left them.
I'm saying that if you go to court for an injunction, on notice, and you serve the other party, you don't proceed to go and act on that.
So what you are saying is that the police should have left them. And so once we've gone to court and the court hasn't decided, we should leave them to do what they want to do. That's what you are saying.
you've gone to court for an injunction. You
Yes,
have served it on the person.
Yeah.
The person does not respect the injunction. You go back to court and cite them for contempt. That is the law.
That's what I'm saying. So the police should have left them to do whatever they want to do and just go to court to cite for contempt.
That's the law.
That's what you are saying. So
that's
what
the
you are
law.
saying. Now I'm saying, which
it's
part
not
of
me.
the law? No, which part of the law? Show me. Show me.
I should show you what?
But you are saying that's the law.
What should I show you?
I'm saying that.
Yes.
What you are saying.
He's made up his mind.
The position
he's made up his mind.
Can I
so because he's made up his mind, don't engage him in that argument.
But you have
let
made
him
up
set
your mind.
his questions and
Randy,
answer them
what
the way
you
he
are
wants.
saying is
yes.
that
No, let him set
the
his questions.
police should have left them.
Answer the question
and
yourself.
say that. Is it possible I can
answer the question yourself? You are setting your questions. Answer them.
Which question have I said?
Yes, so the police should have left them.
Yeah, the police should have left them.
Don't
That's
answer
what
the
you are
question.
saying.
Don't
That's
answer
what
the
you are
question.
saying. That once the police have filed an injunction,
yes,
and the court doesn't rule, the police is powerless. They should sit back and allow the people to proceed.
But if the police were powerful, would they go to court and go and file an
so
injunction?
let's say the police is not powerful. They've gone to court. So now that they've gone to court, you are saying that they should leave the people
this is
to go and do what they want.
This is the 10th time he's repeating that.
Because Randy hasn't said it. He said that.
He's wasting time.
I want that to respond.
So what is the law? So what is the law? Are you saying that the law is that if you go and file for an injunction and you serve the injunction application on the other party, you can go ahead
if you say that
and stop them from doing
it?
So
what you are saying that the law says once the police file.
He's going to the 11th time.
And the police, listen, the court hasn't ruled. The police should have left the people.
11th time. 11th
That's the process.
11th time.
That's the process.
Don't go to
you file for an application. You serve the application.
So you wait.
You don't go. You have served an application on a person.
Yeah.
It is not even a judgment of a court.
Okay.
That's
so
the process.
The police is saying that the assembly is illegal. If Inu Safuseni and his colleagues believe the police action, they should go and file against the police.
No, we are not
so that we can see we can know the law.
Let me tell you something.
Go and file.
What I advise them to do. I seriously believe that what they did yesterday was unlawful.
Who, the police?
Yes.
Okay.
Was unlawful.
So take them to court.
I think that, and I've told them, and I advise them, they should sue the IGP.
Okay. But sue them.
Unfortunately, we have got all the people who were put in jail. 49 of them. We've got all their names. So Vomawo and his people to take a class action against the IGP.
Okay. Let them do that. They will see the outcome.
Secondly, let me say, that you have engaged in a subtle attempt to bring party inside. You are the person who's listen. You are the person who said,
you are the one who was here and saying government is being
government is not party.
Randy, you were
government
here
is
when
not
you
party.
were saying that
place,
what is happening is
government. You see, that's why I think that
dictatorial regime.
Yes,
you are the one saying.
Yes, I said that. I didn't say it's akin to a dictatorial party. There's a difference between a government and a party. The people are demonstrating against the government of Ghana and not the party of the MPP.
But who has mentioned MPP here?
You have mentioned that. You have said,
said,
and you see, you decided to bring party in. You said, when we were demonstrating Kumopreko, what did the NDC do? What did the MPs do? I didn't say that.
The NDC.
I knew exactly what I was
saying.
Listen to me. I knew exactly what I was saying.
So now there's a difference between party and government.
There's a difference. You don't know.
No, I'm asking you.
Do we vote? Have we voted MPP into office? We voted Nana Akufo-Addo and MPs to office. Listen.
Go to court and take the police.
And when you are arguing, you see, you don't argue that way. Hey. Because a government is defined. Go and look in the constitution. Look at the constitution. You don't talk extrajudicially. Go and look at the constitution. And everything you have said today is not supported by any law.
You talk about
first of all
to dictatorial
regime. You don't understand regime.
And
a regime is not a party.
I'm talking about the NDC.
A regime is not a party.
But
a regime is not a party.
NDC regime. If you don't know that's
you don't say NDC. You said NDC. The NDC. You were here. You said the NDC. You said members of the NDC.
Okay.
You didn't say that.
So you want me to be
You
specific.
didn't even understand what you were talking about.
Okay.
You don't understand.
So now you say I should say
the government NDC, go and look in the constitution.
Okay, so
and look at Article 58 of the constitution and look at Article 296 of the constitution. You understand that government is different from party.
Okay, so let me make it clear. NDC
and the people of Ghana have a right to demonstrate against their government.
Who has said they don't have the right?
And so what are you
who has
talking
said
about?
They don't have the right? I'm saying that when the police banned the people of Ghana from demonstrating for
You didn't even talk about this. You didn't even talk about the police. You equated the police. I wrote it down. He equated the police to the party. He equated police to party. When we're talking about the actions of the police, he was talking about the actions of a party.
Which party is he talking about?
You said it. And when we talked about the actions of a police, he was talking about the party of NDC members, the action of NDC members in parliament. We're talking about action of police.
Where he lives.
When we're talking about bureaucracy, he's talking about members of parliament.
Okay, let's share some
light. So let me tell you something.
Let's shed some light.
Let's look at the Public Order Act.
I'm reading it for you to see. No, go to the court.
No, I'm reading it for you to see.
The police.
We will go to court. I have advised that we go to court.
So let's get it.
We go to court. Because you can't allow such brutality to exist in this country.
Okay.
Look at Section 6 of the Act. And I'm reading at Public Order Act 1994, Act 491. Look at the Section 6. And if you don't understand this, I don't know what you understand.
To us.
So it has provided steps. There's subsection 1.6. It says, where the organizers refuse to comply with the request under clause 4 or fail to notify the police officer in accordance with the subsection 5, the police officer may apply to the court or to any judge or the chairman of a tribunal for an order to prohibit the holding of the special event. So it says the police have no automatic right to go to court. There must be a refusal. And you were part of those who drafted the law.
And in this case, in this case, you could say that from the police point of view, there was a refusal.
No, there was no refusal.
Hold on.
The refusal, again.
I'm saying that from the point of view of the police.
No, you don't talk about the point of view. There are reasonable. There must be evidence.
No, and that's section 4 says that. Let's listen to me a bit. The police have gone to court on the basis that they disagree with the organizers on the venue or route.
Okay.
And that is the reason why they have gone to court for the injunction. So what you have read says that if there is a disagreement and the police is so minded, they can go to court. And it is only the court that can restrain the protesters from going ahead. In this case, the police went to court, they applied for an injunction. That order has not come, yet the police proceeded to stop them.
So what I'm trying to shed light. Randy, you are saying that.
What I'm saying is that
the police, in stopping them, they have gone ahead of the courts.
Yes,
that's what you are saying.
Because what he read, it's clear that the police, if there's a disagreement, it's only the court.
And I'm saying that you are saying so the police shouldn't have stopped them. The police
once they went to court.
Yes. So the police, because you've taken the matter to court.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. Yes. So let the court decide.
Yes.
So if you go by that scenario, we are going to have a situation where now the people would assemble and do their demonstration whilst waiting for the police to go to court to decide for contempt. The police obviously have decided that once the ruling hasn't come from the court, your assembly is illegal. That's what the police have decided, and that's why they stopped them.
Who it to be illegal?
So now we must seek. Now we must seek clarity
from who?
If you believe from the courts. So take the
they don't believe in the court. They were waiting for the court to
if you don't believe in. So now take the police to court and say that police, by not waiting for the court to decide and you stopping the demonstration, you violated the law. So now we can have clarity on the matter.
We're not that once you elect to go to court, it is only the court that can stop.
So I'm saying that. So take them to court.
We are not going to court. We are not even limited to the violation of the express provision of the public order.
But what?
We are extending it to the violent acts.
Yes.
Yeah.
The brutality. Yes.
No, I agree with
because
you.
Because if it's founded on unlawfulness, that arrest is also.
But let's go and seek clarity from the courts as we speak. There's different understanding.
On what?
There's no clarity. Even he was saying that
action.
There's not even clarity.
The man has asked me a question.
You won't let me answer. I thought the Public Order Act is clear.
But that's what you have said. Obviously, you say that
the law. That's what the law says. Not he said that.
So obviously, what you are saying, and what I believe in, Usaifi,
we can
what did you say?
Are you suggesting that he's reading the wrong?
It's okay. So Randy, what you are saying is that the police have violated the public
Yes,
order.
yes.
That's what
Yes,
I'm saying.
yes,
And I'm saying
yes,
that
clearly.
if that is the case, take the police to court quickly and tell the courts that the police have violated the Public Order Act.
Okay.
And let the court decide.
I'm saying that the
Alright, that's
public,
all.
I'm saying that public
that's all.
sector lawyers must all come
So,
out.
so
when they were pouring hot
so a
water,
professor in
water on people,
a professor in demonstrations who's on retirement, Abdul Malik Okubaku. He says leaders of the demo could also present their case to the government at Jubilee House, while the crowd of followers continue their protest not far away from the Jubilee House. I recall that's what happened during the Occupy Flagstaff House protest.
Yes.
The crowd were restricted to Afrikiko area, while a select few went to do the presentation of their petition, which was received by Valerie Sawyer. Yeah.
Yes.
And this business about party and government. When Kofi Adams, as the issued his statement, he talked about the ruling NDC.
Who's Kofi Adams?
At that time, he was the national organizer.
Okay.
And now we are being told that there's a difference between party and government.
Right.
Clear effort to obfuscate the issue.
We need to go back.
Go to court.
Times
I thought you would give me some few minutes to clear some this.
Okay, please.
First of all, you see, he's trying to create in the minds of people and trying to convince you that there's really a difference between an application to. I mean, there's no difference between an application for an injunction and an injunction order.
No, he knows that.
But that was he was trying to paint. There is clearly, and there's no dispute. There's no dispute. An application to
Randy
injunct,
is tired of you.
An application to injunct does not operate as an injunction.
Yes.
And there's no dispute as to differences in opinion.
Yes.
But we
as lawyers, you are not a lawyer.
No, I have
so
heard,
don't put that
please,
differences.
Please. I have heard several.
No,
I'm sure Randy,
no.
Can I?
No.
You have heard several.
Whichever lawyer advises you that way is advising you wrongly.
And you are advising correctly.
No, I'm telling you that that's the position of the law.
You are advising
as given in judgments of the courts.
But you are not a law. You are not a law. Why are you telling? You are not the law. It's the court that is
I'm the law. I'm a lawyer.
He says it's the law.
Yeah, he's a lawyer.
So yes, I'm a lawyer.
No. He says it's the law.
Nana, he's your friend who's learned. You are not.
Chief, the man has told you 2 seconds ago that he is the law.
I'm the law.
That basis,
because I'm a lawyer.
let's close the
Yes, between the two of you, he's the law.
No, I'm the law. That's why I'm the lawyer.
You see why living in that place and not coming down?
From money here.
Now he's telling us it's the law. So you go to. If you are the law, why are you going to court?
So the Makers Electronics Company Limited is reminding you that they have discounts of up to 67% on selected appliances from brands such as Samsung, LG Move, Nasco, TCL, Media, Toshiba. These are quality but affordable 2 years manufacturer defect warranty. So visit their showrooms at Taifa Burkina Highway, Amasamanzongo Junction, Oyarifa Tema and Boga Junction, Kaswa New Market, Ashama Vako Flat, Kumasi Ainuma Kokobin, Takradi Fikuma number 9 Market. You can reach the Makers Electronics Company Limited on 055-222-2253 or 055-222-2254. The Makers Electronics Company Limited, large and in charge of quality but affordable home appliances and consumer electronics. Terms and conditions do apply. And are you desperate by getting a toothpaste that will take care of all the family and save money? The recommended family toothpaste is KEL 360 toothpaste and is approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. KEL 360 toothpaste provides you and your family with all-round dental protection throughout the day with freshness. KEL 360 toothpaste is good for kids, children, and adults. Let your family be a proud family when they step out by constantly using KEL 360 toothpaste. It brightens your teeth, prevents cavity, and with its cool mint gives you fresh breath throughout the day and protects the gum from decaying. For consistency and quality, use KEL 360 toothpaste, and is another product from Samara Company Limited, producers of Sasu, and is available in all supermarkets, malls, and provision shops. Call them on 0246 864798. KEL 360 toothpaste, happy smile. And what does wealth mean to you? Do you want to live like a tycoon? Remember, who's got the mullah, got the power. Ghana's newest lottery game draws live on Adom TV at 9 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. daily. Now pick up your phones, tablets, and computers and download the Game Park Games app on Play Store. You can also play on the website www.gameparkgames.com or by dialing *946# on all networks. Just choose 4 numbers from 0 to 9. It's easy to play and easy to win. Charlie, make we play this game and make some more. Nobody beats our odds in Ghana. Game Park Games
More Mola, more power. This game is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under the age of 18. Play responsibly. Now hold on, keep calm and love the number 10. It's been 10 years of grace-filled magic, 10 years of transforming spaces into havens of beauty and functionality, 10 years of grace-filled ventures bringing tens of thousands of dreams into reality. Walk into the showroom of Gracefield Ventures and experience the best in swivel chairs that embrace your every turn. A conference table that is the epicenter of your team's creativity. Your sleek cabinets and the best workstations. And yes, a sofa that calms your body's tens of drudgeries. Visit Gracefield Ventures showroom at number 2 John New Street, Kiseman, Accra, directly opposite Kiseman Park, or call 0501-672-776 or 0501-672-777. Ojura. So the Paramount Chief and elders of Equiapim Traditional Area in partnership with Original TV, Original 91.9 FM and Metro TV is inviting you to witness the rich culture and excitement at this year's Ojura Festival from Monday the 25th of September to 2nd of October 2023 with the following activities. Path clearing of the route to Asha and Ojura, that will be Monday the 25th of September, and on Tuesday the 26th of September will be the outdooring of the new yam and ushering in Ojura. On Wednesday the 27th of September, remembering the departed and visit to stool houses. And on Friday the 29th of September will be the grand debor of the chiefs and elders. Sunday 1st of October will be the Thanksgiving service. Join the fun and entertainment at Superb Lounge every evening with your favorite artist. If you have Medical, Wendy Shea, Bisakede, Kwejum Cancer, Lewin, The Crime, Stage Here, many more. Original TV, Original 91.9 FM and Metro TV are the official media partners of Ojura 2023, and we promise to bring you a comprehensive coverage. So, gentlemen, that'll be it for the morning.
A man has been so clever that my test that is the law.
That's why
when you are too.
That's why I'm a lawyer. That's why I'm a lawyer.
But you are not
I'm
a
the
lawyer.
ex-GMG trends.
Beyond the arrest and the violent nature of the arrest, the slaps and other things, the one I am taking particular offense is that all of us were taken to the Accra Regional, Greater Accra Regional Command, put into a room, and 17 individuals, plainclothes individuals, who were wearing all kinds of earrings, who had dyed their hair in all kinds of different manners. Others dressed in shorts, in boxer shorts, were thrown into the room and locked on us, and they proceeded to beat us. I do not understand how these individuals who were calling themselves intelligence officers were brought in to beat us. That has to be explained to me. So all the PR and all the crying before committees of parliament, that PR that sustained the police service, we must break that PR down. And for me, this is one of the things I have to say. The Ghana Police Service is less than 40,000 men across board. And these 40,000 people go to training. We train them at public expense. If we cannot ensure discipline with 40,000 people, we have failed the entire country. That is where leadership must be shown at. And this is what we're asking for.
You said earlier on, you said Kennedy Dapa said over his dead body, would you be allowed to protest in the country?
Yes, Ken Dapa, who is Minister of National Security, has made it clear to me that over his dead body, we're going to be allowed to protest. And it's not surprising to me that a few months later I was charged and I'm being tried for treason. I think that this government has every intention, and they mean their words, that they are going to depress and going to make sure that they make an example out of me. But we're going to continue to fight. And whatever they want to do, they can continue to do it. But we must show up. Because when abuse of power is loudest, citizens must speak up even more. That's why we are here.
And they went as far as offering you $1 million to back down.
They went as far as offering us $1 million. They offered us a committee, to set up a committee and appoint us to government positions in order to stop this activism. This was made directly to me and other leaders of Fix the Country. This will be refused. Now, this conversation was had at the time with the National Minister of National Security, the Minister of Finance, and a Brigadier General of the Ghana Armed Forces at the Safe House cantonment. These are information that are verifiable. We recorded that conversation. If people recall, people can go back. The people who made the offer on that day. If people will recall, when I came out of jail, I had made an announcement that I was going to disclose the details of a meeting that had taken place and some of the things that were said to us. And later I had received several calls from people in this country and refused to disclose those. This information is not something I'm lying about. I can release to you information and calls that the Minister of National Security himself called me while I was in the UK, inviting me to come down to Ghana
and at public expense. And I rejected it and paid for my own ticket and flew down to Ghana. And so for me, I know and I've always known that, and there's nothing that I'm saying here that will surprise anybody or shock anybody, that we know that they have taken every kind of attempt through monetary compulsions, through violence in order to stop what we are doing. But we'll continue to build. And we are demanding that if citizens really cherish this democracy and are interested in the future of this country, then they'll show up and stare down power.
Would you say that because okay,
you have described, does that suggest that you are taking the Ghana Police Service on?
Well, for us, we are showing up today. To remind everybody, when I was first arrested at the airport, I was tortured by individuals who were wearing armed forces fatigue and thrown and blindfolded and taken out of Accra. We sued the Ghana Police Service and Attorney General in the Tema High Court. The individual judge before whom we sued, that Ankoma, has been promoted to the Court of Appeal. That case has not gone anywhere for over a year. In their response to the application we filed, the Ghana Police Service admitted planting an individual who was furnished with a phone, a knife, and bread in the cells. These are all public record. The Fourth Estate has reported on this. Nothing has happened there. So again, I understand that so many of our institutions have been captured. And it's a reality of our democracy. But this is why we fight. This is why even when those institutions that are supposed to protect our democracy have been co-opted and corrupted, we must show up, because the streets belong to the people, and the ability to corrupt the streets is even far limited.
Would you say that because you refuse to take these offers, it may have a role to play in your treason charge?
I absolutely believe that any right-thinking member of our society who will be told that a Facebook post is evidence that I am mobilizing forces to go and overthrow a government, when never in our history has a single individual, a civilian, overthrown a government, when I have made it time and time clear that the government has continued to accuse us of operating with a coup d'etat mentality, and we have poked fun and we have ridiculed this idea of us mobilizing for
Good Morning Ghana is brought to you by MTN.